Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Champions League. Evening to Theo and Senna as well. I think Theo and Senna both on standby as well. We're just awaiting on Black Box, V Robbie, and Epic the Animal at the moment. So they should be in a minute. They get Epic the Animals now in, so it's just Black Box and V Robbie we're waiting for. They've not said that they're not going to be able to turn up, so I presume they'll be here in a minute. But yeah, Theo is the first reserve, Senna is second. That's just the order that they were messaged in, so yeah, Theo will be ready. I mean, I should be in by 25 past. It's 24 now, so they've got one more minute. But yeah, if they send a message, obviously saying they're going to be a couple of minutes late, then that's fine. They can still join.
Evening, everyone.
Yeah, Bradfield with us today as well. It wasn't last week. We had a cracker race, didn't we? But yeah, no.
I'm back for this week.
Should be back. Even check it slower, yeah, 10 London links to select their cars. None still needs to do so. Not sure where Black Box is, not sure where V Robbie is either. But Black Box has thumbs up, so yeah, Black Box is on his way. As for V Robbie, he's not let us know, so if he's not in the next few minutes. I mean, we can go to half past if we've got reserve right ready for us waiting, but that's them being lenient. But Black Box should be in now. There we go. Black Box is in. Always made it within, literally, as it turned to 26. Very lucky. But yeah, Nunda needs to pick his car for starters. He always seems to have problems doing this. And then, V Robbie, he's not messaged me, so. Yeah, Theo might be in luck here. That'll be in a Mercedes. So I tell you what, if that is the case, if Theo does join, Theo, let Menace Max go to the Mercedes, and then Theo can go in the Haas, because then Menace Max gets his own team, and then Theo gets his own team as well. So if Max is listening as well, obviously that's in case V Robbie doesn't turn up in the next couple of minutes. Hoping he does. Oh, he has. Yeah, he said he's now turning up, so that he should be in anyway, Theo. So I think Theo can stand down for now. Everyone's all looking like they're going to turn up. Even Theo, even to Dylan, even to Lucy. He said 1 sec. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said to you, Theo, mate. He'll be here in a second. And then we'll be good to go. Oh, yeah, V Robbie. And Plotter's in saying, even everyone, come on, Tommy and the McLaren boys. Of course, yeah, it was a great night for McLaren last night, wasn't it? 1-2 for the McLaren. Plotter's taking the win. And yeah, it was on a medium soft strategy, managed to do it on as well. So, I mean, that is quite something around here as well. Completely fooled us all. A couple of drivers made mistakes towards the front, but he took advantage of it, and in the end he dominated the race. Lucky it wasn't a late safety car, it was a VSC instead. But great points they were for McLaren. And yeah, V Robbie, he needs to get himself in. He should be in by 25. He said 1 minute about 3 minutes ago. If he's not in at half past, we get Theo in.
Yeah.
Death Dragon saying he doesn't expect much because he's really bad at Spain. I'm not sure how he got on in F2 earlier, but obviously, yeah, no stream unfortunately, but can't be helped. Oh, he's still not in. Oh, quickly set my phone on charge and grab a drink, and then we'll all be ready for the start.
Let's hope so. Come on, V Robbie. Yeah, Death Dragon said F2 was not the best. F2 is never the best, mate, to be honest with you.
I can't. Yeah, the cars. I don't mind driving it. I've only done it a couple of times, but it's just so hard controlling them. But which is surprising because they're slower. So you thought it'd be easier to control them, but it's 7:30 saying 7:29 on my screen. But yeah, Theo saying actually wants to race, but V Robbie said 1 sec 4 minutes ago. So.
Saying get Theo in, well, he's got about 30 seconds.
We'll wait until it turns to 30, yeah, as long as it's in when he's on 30, but he's...
Oh, yeah, 7:30 on mine.
Get Jarno Opmeer in, Silly Sly guy. He's saying he's now joined, there he goes, just joined. V Robbie's got to be in at 25 next time, though. So there we go, all ready to go. Yeah, we have tried getting Jarno Opmeer in, yeah, believe me. I was messaging on his stream and everyone was going mad saying, yeah, join PBE, join PBE. Unfortunately, he didn't. But, I mean, maybe he's just seen Silly Sly Guy's name in there and thought, no, stuff like that. But yeah, we have got, I think, 7 reserves in tonight. So, yeah, we're all good to go. So let's all get readied up.
It's good to see Silly Sly Guy back in again. Did he miss last couple of weeks, did he? Was it a couple of weeks? Silly Sly Guy, did he miss?
He missed last week. Yeah, he has missed the last 2 weeks. Yeah. But we'll go through the standings and that's
back.
In fact, we'll go through the standings now whilst the cars are still dilly-dallying over readying up. There we go, we should be good to go now. So yeah, Black Box in the lead with 123, Lynx with 102 is 21 points behind, Sloth in third with 75, of course not had a great couple of weeks, has he? Fallen off the pace a bit. Sly Guy still in fourth despite missing a couple of races. Arda's in fifth, Sam's in sixth, Arda's not racing tonight though. Seventh is Bill and he's not racing either, German in eighth, Sully in ninth, Epic the Animals in 10th, Siege 11th. Then Chalkers, then Troy, then V Robbie and London and Co now, and then relegation zone is Death Dragon and Andeng. Andeng's not racing tonight. Sean is racing tonight, but just as a reserve because he has gone down to the championship. So that does mean that there is still one seat available in there as well. I think Blaze has taken that seat for the AlphaTauri, but he's not voted or not turned up, so not a great first week for him. Silly Sly Guy saying missed the last two, one due to surgery, one due to girlfriend's birthday. No problem, mate.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother about the girlfriend's birthday, mate. I wouldn't.
No, don't worry about that.
No. Race, mate. Yeah, she's got the whole day.
Get your priorities straight.
Evening's yours, mate.
Milan chickened out, saying alibi. Yeah, a lot of people do tend to chicken out. I don't know why. I feel they bottle it or what, but yeah, that's fine. I mean, like I say, when people can't race, it tends to be the Champions League quite a lot. I mean, look at the drivers we've got waiting ready. Menace Max, Young Tommy, we've got Sean, we've got Dan Murphy, loads of top reserves in there. So it doesn't make no difference to me. All you're going to do by not turning up is risking your seat. And
that's it.
Well, it looks pretty dark here, doesn't it?
I don't know what the weather's like. Show us the weather. Death Dragon just said, hope we get out of the relegation zone at the end of the season. Well, you've picked up the pace since the start of the first race of the season to what, we in the ninth one now, are we?
He has, yeah, he's got a lot quicker, hasn't he?
Definitely. So yeah, go for it, mate. Definitely got a chance, and we got a new follower. I'm Sonic.
Follower number 966. I'm Sunic. Thank you very much for the follow, mate.
Thank you.
But,
legend.
Yeah, we'll go through who is reserving tonight. So Jake Slayer's in the Williams. The other Williams is Dan Murphy as well. There is a Williams seat free. So again, if people in a stream fancy us all full wet to start the race, and Chalkers, wow, that's interesting.
Lovely, I like that.
And then what other reserves we've got? Yeah, Tommy's in a Ferrari, partner in Nunda, gets Conan's not racing. We've got Keza, so Keza's making his first appearance at Champions League. He's been incredibly strong, isn't he, in the Championship. Him and Dan Murphy towards the top one, if they can have a battle here tonight, because they're both reserving. But yeah, good to see Keza finally get a drive in another league. Dan Murphy obviously going to be starting from the back, as he normally does. So that's one of the 5 cars that are going to be out.
Yeah, Sean said full wet race. So
full wet race, saying Sean. Yeah, well, this is going to be an interesting one.
So we don't know what. Yeah, Chalker said dry after 30 minutes, so we don't actually know yet.
That'll be right, yeah. So if there's safety cars and that towards the beginning, we'll definitely get some dry towards the end. It makes it interesting, that does. We've not had much rain in PBA this season, in the big leagues, have we? I know we've had on Sundays in League 1 and League 2, we had quite a bit of rain. I think maybe, I'm not sure about F2, but me personally commentating on the Friday and Saturday, not seeing much rain this season. So it'll be something a little bit different. It is, yeah, ALR. It tends to be rain nearly every week. But Yeah, in PBE we've not seen any rain really this season. But that'll make things interesting. Looks like it could be raining in qualifying soon. Going by the colour of the skies at the moment. Pretty dark, isn't it? Full wet to dry weather, going to be a hard switch period. F2 hasn't been much either, only in qualifying he's saying for rain, but yeah. Anyway, German's on a lap, about to start a lap, on the softs, sorry. Take you through a run of his lap. Again, we saw last night, there's so many places you can spin. Look how much he's taking that green AstroTurf, almost 4 wheels over. He takes that curve. You either completely avoid it or completely take the curve. If you clip that curve, you can go spinners. We saw a lot of people spin out of turn 2 yesterday. Again, he'll probably hover over to the left-hand side, and he does. Swoop back in, he's a bit wide. If you clip this grass on the left-hand side, like he nearly did, you'll be in a lot of trouble. We saw someone lose it again there yesterday. Oh, I think he's a bit deep there. I think he's already backed off. Yeah, he's already backed off his lap. We saw a couple little mistakes there from German in that sector. We'll pick up the lap though with Sully. Oh no, in fact, we'll go with Silly Sly Guy. Max is behind the pits. He's starting from the back. Yeah, almost goes 4 wheels wide. There he does, Sly Guy. Pace Master here is easy to spin it here, or invalidate even. But that was perfect from Sly Guy. Here we go, turn 8. This is the killer, isn't it? If you go flat out round here, you can easily lose it, and that is absolutely perfect from Sly Guy. That was through there. Great sector 2, 50.0. Wow. That's incredible for sector 2. Just look how he gets the limits at everyone. Through the McKenty corner then. Sorry McKenty. Someone else did lose it there yesterday though, so we'll have to rename it I think. Clips the curb. Bradfield lost it there and then rejoined the track. Dangerously, you seem to get your footage in for that tonight whilst you're at it.
Pop that in tonight, yeah.
Clipping the curb. This is going to be a silly time from Silly Sly Guy. It's a 1:15.8. 1:15.8 for Sly Guy up in a P1. I think he's going to be through with that. Sully's not too far behind. Sloth's just on the time of the mediums. And yeah, Sully's invalidated his time and he's backed off, but he is now going again. You might ask why Sloth gone the mediums. Of course, if it is a wet start to the race, Q2's not going to matter as much as whether you go through in the mediums or not. So if he thinks he's quick enough to get through in his mediums now, obviously saving more softs to get through in Q2 and Q3. So that is one of the good things about having a wet start to the race, is that you see 3 qualifying sessions of cars just going for it to get track position. I think Sully's back. No, that's Sly Guy backing off just behind Sully. We've got cars further in front, I think, now, haven't we? We've got German, who's on his lap. I think he's the furthest one forward. He is, yeah. That's faster than my TT time, saying Plotters. Yeah, TT, of course.
Yeah, that's faster than mine.
Yeah, that's...
yeah,
not bad, is it?
But, yeah, that's cracking.
The Bradfield chicane, here we go. German's going into the Bradfield chicane. Oh, he's invalidated. He's gone forward wide there. It's a strange place to invalidate.
Horrible bit.
And he's coming to the pits now as well. It's 2 laps in a row. He's made mistakes on German, so he'll be coming in. Having a little rethink about that. Sully's not too far behind. In fact, we've got an LP. Oh, he's a bit of that curve there, Sully. Sully's got so much pace that I think even with a mistake that cost him a couple of attempts, should be enough for him to get through still, but he's not pushing him too hard, is he? I don't know if he's just saved up over the last sector to go again. And he's got, yeah, that's exactly what he's done. He's tried to save up some ERS for going for another lap round here. Nunda's about to start his lap as well. We've got Sean, reserving the Red Bull today. Dropped out as he can't make every Saturday anymore. He can make some Saturdays, but he's one of those drivers he'd rather make every single race, and that's what he's doing on the Thursday now. Instead, he's on for points on Thursday as well. Oh, and that's def. Alright, then don't invalidate it. I mean, that's a crazy one, that. I don't know, that's not invalidated this time, but unless he backed off and we didn't see it. But anyway, yeah, that's Sean on his lap. Nunda's the only other car on his lap. Both Aston Martin towards the back at the moment. We've already lost 2 cars, Dan Murphy, Menace Max, and when they do reserve in the Champions League, they do tend to opt to start from the back, which I do not blame them for at all. I do the exact same, and I tend to do the exact same in my own league when I race. V Robbie should start at lap 2, and so is Epic the Animal, both down on the straight, so we'll go on board with Lem later on in their lap. Sean's back across the line. It's a 1:18.0, so I don't think that's going to be getting through. Sully's going slow, so he must have made a mistake somewhere along that lap. We're going to with Nunda. He's the next car. He's not too far. He's just overtaken Sully, in fact, and he's just saving up his ERS, isn't he? So this is not a genuine hot lap from Nunda. We've got an Alpha Tauri not too far behind. That's Keza just on an out lap. And then the next car up behind him is Epic the Animal, so we're going on board with him. He's been missing the last couple of weeks, but he says to us he's back full time now. And Nunda did go up to P3 anyway at that time, but he did back off through the final sector, so he is going to be going again. Epic the Animal has a 50.4, and City Sligo was a 50.0, wasn't it? Through there. Sloth has improved, by the way, and the Alpine has improved that time. He's only he's less than a second off Sligo, and that's on the mediums for Sloth. That's a very good lap there from him. think Sly Guy's definitely got a bit more pace than what he showed on his lap, but even still, Epic the Animal's going to be a bit of a distance off Sly Guy, I think, with this lap. It's looked a pretty tidy lap from what we've seen. It should be enough to get him through. He crosses the line, and he is up to P2, good 4 tenths off Sly Guy, exactly what we expected, really. Sean in P5, he is up on his time. We've got the other Red Bull at Chalkers, though. He had a great race last week. He's invalidated his time. He got up to P4 in the end. V-Robbie goes up to P7. It's just a slow down from him. Sean's going again. He does improve, only by a couple of tenths, so it might not be enough to get him through. That's not Sloth. In fact, that's Siege now starting his lap just behind as well. Aston Martin about across the line. That is Death Dragon also going for the mediums. Black Box going to do the same. So will Alibi. Yellow flag just for the Haas going slowly in the final sector. That's Nunda just on an in lap there. No, he's not on an in lap. Sorry, is he? He's already done a banker lap. This is going to be his first proper lap time. What can Nunda do? He crosses the line. He does improve by 3 tenths, but it's only 1:17.0. So I think he's got more pace. He was brilliant last week, Nunda, wasn't he? With the time that he set. Alpha Tower is going to be next. Alibi's just on out lap, and Keza. Let's see what Keza can do. He's on the mediums, and Sully's retired in the pits. So yeah. Oh yeah, Sully did say. Yeah, he did say to me he's just going to do a couple of laps and then retire. Keza crosses the line. P4 for Keza on the medium. That's a great time. Only a tenth off, less than a tenth off Sloth for the championship driver. That's an incredible time. That might be enough to get him through. I'm not too sure. With 3 drivers below him already retired, that might be enough for him. I think it will be. Pretty sure it will be anyway. And that's going to be, yeah. Oh, he's only on an out lap game anyway. It's probably why he's invalidated there then. Chalkers then about to cross the line again after a great result last week, up to P5. A thousandth off Keza's time that was set on the medium tyres though. So yeah, great time again. That's proven from Keza. Siege is about to cross the line from his lap. What can he do? He's on the softs, up to P4. Looking good for the Alpine team at the moment. Then they should be alright. If you're in the 116s, quite a few drivers are. 6 from I think you're going to be safe. Death Dragon P8. That's not going to be enough, I don't think, on those tyres. Mind you, is ahead of Sully, so that could be the benchmark. Tommy's next on the soft tyres. All go round here at the moment in Q1. Tommy's up to P4, 116.9. He joins that club as well towards the back. Lynx is going to cross the line pretty soon as well. No, he's not. That must have been German. And it was German, yeah. So German's just crossed the line. Next is going to be Sam just to start his lap as well. Alpha Tauri Alibi coming out the final corner on the medium tyres. A great pace last couple of days, isn't he? He's up to P12, just behind Sully, who set that slow lap. But yeah, Alibi yesterday, P6, reserving the Premier League for the first time this season. Not quite had that's the best result he's had all season, obviously racing the Championship on the Thursdays. Again, just shows it's all about what happens on the night, really, isn't it? I think that's Black Box on an out lap, it is. And then Lynx isn't too far behind. We're going to watch Lynx then. The man who's second in the stand is looking to try and close up to Black Box again today. Lynx about across the line. It's a 116.3, just 10th off Epic the Animal. Black Box has just started lap, which is obviously on the mediums as well, so we don't expect him to be that quick at this stage of proceedings in qualifying, but it's still expected to be enough to get him through. We'll be looking at P4, I should think, with the time I expect for him. Oh dear, yeah, Bradfield's not too happy. Yeah, if you know, you know, in the comments. Sam Swift and German both on the laps as well in the final sector. German's going to be next across the line though. He's kept the lap valid this time. It's looking pretty good. Should be enough to get him through. German crosses the line, 116.3. Great time there. Both McLarens again. Looking for another great day, aren't they, after yesterday? Fantastic that 1-2 yesterday. Can't put it past them doing it again. Sam's only up to P11. I expect him to have more pace than that. But yeah, of course, his Mercedes teammate Menace Max yesterday in qualifying lagged out, didn't he, and started 14th, but still managed to get on the podium. I know they're good friends then too. And yeah, another team that's looking incredibly good this weekend, Mercedes. Max at the podium yesterday, KD with the win on Thursday as well. Mushroom got some decent points too. So Mercedes and McLaren definitely the two teams that have been performing really well this week overall. Obviously last week we were in Abu Dhabi, weren't we? It was a fantastic race we had for the Premier League, just whilst we were watching Jake the Slayer's lap on the soft tyres. Yeah, Black Box won, Bill's in second, Lynx in third, Chalk's in fourth, and those four were battling all the way, weren't they? It came down to a penalty in the end. It was removed for Black Box, which won in the race. That was an absolutely fantastic race, and Tommy has retired in the pits. Yeah, he's still happy with that time. He should be safely through with that. Alibi and V-Robbie need to get back out there and set a time. Jake the Slayer obviously needs to as well. Sully will be out, you'd expect. Death Dragon Sean definitely not safe, and I'm sure Sam will have to set a quicker time as well. And Bradfield's not a happy bunny, is he? Jake the Slayer in Sector 3. This is where he was taken out by Bradfield yesterday in the Premier League.
Do apologise for that, Jake.
And I should think it'll be just there to Sean this time. He's about to cross the line. And there we go, it is just there to short into P13 as expected. Sam Swift, he's saved up ERS on this lap, so he's going to be going again now, and again expecting to get into the 116s. He might be safe there anyway, but definitely not worth the risk. Everyone else is in the pits. Keza and Black Box, I think, yeah, missed Black Box by the way, went up to P6. I think he's going for another time again here. 46 viewers, thank you all very much for watching, much appreciated. McLaren are OP, saying to, and yeah, up in third and fourth. German and Lynx both got race wins, I think, this season, haven't they? I think at some point. And then obviously McLaren 1-2 yesterday, so looking strong for them today by all means, isn't it? I'll quickly have a look through that as well. Have a quick look through the statistics, see how many wins they've got this season. Let me scroll up, have a little look quickly. Yeah, so this season, Lynx won in the Netherlands, didn't he? And German won in Mexico, so both McLaren drivers have won, and Sam's invalidated his time, and that was occurred before turn 7, so that's turn 6, he's lost it there and got his time invalidated, so that's a strange one there. Jake the Slayer's up in his time as well, so Sam could be under the threat from Slayer in a minute as well. Yeah, this is going to come right down to the wire, this, isn't it? Jake the Slayer then coming out the final corner. Yellow flag just now for Romeo going slowly. Silly Sly Guy's going for a practice lap, and Jake the Slayer didn't manage to get past Sam in the end on that side. He must have lost a couple of attempts there in sector 3. Not quite sure whereabouts he lost it. Epic Animals retired in the pits, so he thinks he's safely through, and being up in P2, you know, I reckon he's safely through as well. But we know Sully's out, we know Dan's out, now we know Max is out. Alibi's going to go for a run on the soft soon as well. And the other one that needs to go again is V Robbie, and all those soft tyres looking like, well, you'd expect him to go through, wouldn't you? Death Dragon Sean. Death Dragon obviously did his time on the medium, so I expect him to pick up some more pace too at some point. Low 15s incoming from Mushroom. Yeah, let's have a look with Silly Sly Guy then. See if he can improve any more. I think he will be able to, you know, I think he's got more pace than that. I think we might see some other drivers in the 115s. I don't think he'll be on his own. It'll be a tough challenge, but it wouldn't surprise me if in come Q3 we saw some others in the high 115s. He's down his time at the moment, Sly Guy is on scrub tyres, so yeah, it's going to be hard for him to improve, but we'll see what he can do. Anyway, obviously the risk is going out again, as if you do have a bit of an incident, you've done that unnecessarily if you're already through. And we've got McLaren spinning, and that's German facing the wrong way. He's not got damage, but again, saying about the risk, he's lost it coming out of turn 2. That is the risk. If he hitting the wall there, it'd be looking silly. And Alpha Tauri's lost it as well. Is that? No, I think it's just Cryptic going slowly on his outlap, isn't it? It is, yeah, but back on board with Sly Guy. He's slightly up now. He's not going to be by too much though, but even if he can improve on his time with scrub tyres, I think everyone else would just be a tad worried. I think he might be favoured for pole position. I'm not sure what's telling me that, but just a slight suspicion. He crosses the line, and he does improve by just over a tenth. 1:15.7. It's now half a second between him and P2. German's obviously going to slow that. Lynx is going again. He's trying to boast about having more pace himself. What's his sector 1 time? He's just under a tenth up. We'll go on board with V Robbie though, because he's on a lap. Obviously, this is important. This is for the battle to get through in this session, whereas we know Lynx is already safely through. Yeah, I should think he'll have enough. As long as he can get a decent lap set without invalidating at some point along the line, he should be okay here. Oh, he's getting a little bit wobbly there, and you've got to stay off those yellow sausage curbs. Oh, he's got a bit wide onto that apex. And yeah, if you mess up one of those little turns there, then you ruin your exit for the next one as well. But it should be enough for V Robbie. Crosses the line, he's up into P7, and he is through. He's safe into Q2, and that is not the way to go there. Siege, he's lost it coming out of turn 2 as well. I think Siege and Young Tommy set the exact same time, 1:16.916. That's how tight it is. Chalkers, yeah, he's in the 1:16s, but he feels he needs to go again. We've seen Lynx improve. He does got to P2 ahead of Epic the Animal. Yeah, Chalkers after his best finish in the league last week, looking to extend his time here. It's only 2 attempts up to P6, so if he can find a decent bit of time, then that would be super good for him. Chalkers is about to cross the line, and he goes up to P5. Never mind 6. Nunda, by the way, we didn't see Nunda set that lap, but he did finally set a proper good lap. That is, he was in great pace last week as well. No, it might have been the week before actually in Netherlands where Nunda had some great pace, but yeah, obviously last week didn't score any points, did he? Alibi then on a lap, or maybe not. I think he's backed out of lap 1, but Death Dragon is now in the drop zone. Don't forget he did that time on the medium tyres. Keza has retired, he thinks he's through, and he definitely is safely through. So on an out lap now, these 3 drivers, and yeah, they all are in a danger zone. Sam Swift though has just started a lap, and he needs to find a decent bit of time, doesn't need to stave off the threat from the cars behind. You should think Sam will have enough. He qualified in second in the Netherlands. He's had his quali pace is what he's really known for as well, isn't it? So I'd be surprised if he didn't get through. Siege is retired as well, just ahead. So all Sam needs to do is find 3 temps and then he's through. And I'm sure he'll do that. Oh, Bradfield's gone. He's getting an arse kicking. Sean is 2.5 temps up. He needs to find a good half a second to get ahead of Jake and Sam Swift, because we think Death Dragon's got to have a lot of time in the bag. Sean did his first time, I think, on the softs. Yeah, he did, and Death Dragon was only medium, so Death Dragon's got more time than Sean, that's for sure. 52 of you is watching. Lovely to see. And Bradfield, yeah, I thought so. And Sean's invalidated, so there we go. Sean's in a bit of trouble now. Will he have time to get round? I can't see because there's bloody yellow flags popping up saying Sector 3. I know we're in Sector 3. I wish they'd take that yellow flag away. There's no need to do that in qualifying. And no, Sean's not going to have time to get round, is he? Unless we have that glitch, but I don't think we do. There we go, top 12 looks safe. Alibi's on a lap. He's going to be next to set his time. He's up by a little bit. I think he might get Sully here. I can't see him get anywhere else unless he's out of Stonker a final sector. Alibi crosses the line. He has out of Stonker a final sector. He's up to P15 ahead of Sean. Sean, who's now coming to pit. It's all down to DJ now to knock out Alibi, and that'll be it. Jake the Slayer and Sam are safe. So, yeah, Sam did improve by a little bit in the end, but not by too much. And Death Dragon's hit that curb, and he's gone spinning as well. So that is it. It's all done. Bit of an anticlimactic end to Q1, that. We knew Sully, Dan, and Max were all going to be out. But yeah, Sean invalidated his lap. PBE Alibi then went up to P15. He managed to find time in Sector 3. Look how close it is between him and Sean and Death Dragon. That's the risk by going for the mediums early on. Obviously, if you're asking why they went for the mediums, just join us, because it's going to have a wet start to the race. So that is why they're not going to need those mediums in Q2. And then Death Dragon left us off to the end, and he would have had the time, but he hit that curb and he's had a little spin there, and that is Death Dragon out, unfortunately. So drivers were lost to Sean, Death Dragon, Sully, Murphy and Max early on. We knew Sully was going out, and we knew Murphy and Max would start towards the back, and there's no huge shock about Sean and Death Dragon going out. And it's just a shame they couldn't get that final lap in. I'm sure Alibi will be happy to get through to Q2 reserving today. But yeah, silly slide by. That pace is going to take some beating today, isn't it? It's going to take something really spectacular if that's going to get beaten. Yeah, there we go. Great to see Kez's pace there on the medium tyres, quicker than Black Box. In fact, again, Black Box is one, he never tends to push it to the absolute limit in Q1. He saves it for later on, so don't read too much into that. Obviously Sloth as well, he's third in the standings too. Right up towards the top 2, lost 3 temps in Sector 3, saying Jake, yeah, he's always saying he's lost time somewhere, as we know. Addy saying Tommy for the win. I wouldn't put it past him. Anyway, I'll quickly grab a sip of me drink and then we'll be back for Q2. Right, let's see then. Yeah, Slig obviously went on the softs in Q1. I'm surprised he didn't go to the mediums. So he might have to get through in the mediums now. I mean, obviously he's going to get through in the mediums if he sets a decent lap, the pace he's got, but who am I to tell him what to do? He can get through on Inters, I reckon, the pace he's got, to be honest. Well done, Cryptic saying, Jeff the Slayer. Bradfield saying, hold on. Oh yeah, he just needs to click on join party if he's back on. And they should be able to join the session back as well. Lucky you weren't hosting a lobby, otherwise that had cocked everyone up. But yeah, there we go. Bradford has joined the session. He'll be able to join the pot. And Sly Guy is so eager to get racing. He's making a lovely move on Epic the Animal already. He can't wait to the race, can he? He can't wait for it. Anyway. Yeah, well, just watch him when he's out. That's brilliant. He's the first car. Yeah, he just wanted to overtake everyone, so he's the car that we get to watch on his lap. That's what it was, really. It wouldn't surprise you if these were actually your scrub tyres. Usually you don't use scrubs in Q2 to get through on. You don't want to start on old tyres, but they're not going to be starting these tyres anyway, are they? because of the wet conditions that we're going to have at the beginning of the race. Yeah, I think he should easily get through. I wonder who'll be in danger then. Who do we think's going to be the ones in danger? I'm not sure Alibi will have enough to get through, although I weren't fancying getting through in Q1 to be honest, but he managed to do that. Yeah, just look at the other names we've got in the field. You wouldn't expect Jake to get through probably, but difficult to tell. Oh, I hope Sliguy's not invalidated this and next lap, and he has. So by going wide out the final turn, he's invalidated this and next lap, so this time won't be set for him. He's got a couple of cars in front. Hopefully they don't get in the way of the cars that have got on their laps behind. It's going to be tight there, isn't it? Yeah, they're just about getting away. I think that's is that Chalkers on his lap? It is Chalkers on his lap, so we'll watch Chalkers then. Yeah, and these might be scrub runs and then save for soft, the new softs towards the end. And of course, if it is going to dry up towards the end of the race, about half hour in we're hearing, then they'll want to save a fresh set of softs, won't they, to the end. Yeah, Bradfield's still saying hold on. He's joined the session, Bradfield, but he's not joined the party, so he needs to get himself in there. Actually, so we can actually hear him. Yeah, no one's lost it yet on their lap. No one's actually had a crash in Q1 of 8. Probably jinx that now, but no crashes as of yet. It's really trying to talk it up. Who's going to lose it next out of turn 8 then? That's going to blame me for it. Let's have a look through the field quickly. Epic the Animals on the lap, not too far back. Kez is also on a lap, Sloth's on a lap, Sly Guy. He is going to start going around again, but back to Chalkers then. Who's at the front? He's going to be a proper... No, he's backed off. So, I don't think they realise a wet start to the race. I don't think Chalkers has checked the weather forecast, has he? Because I don't know why he'd back off there. And Sly Guy has... Yeah, he's not going for a lap either. Epic the Animal did. 1:16.0 though. So that's nearly in the 1:15s. He's definitely one that could be competing in Q3 to get through on the 1:15s. But he'll be through, that's no doubt about that. Alibi's a 1:17.6. Not a bad time in the mediums for him, to be honest. Got Mercedes, and that is Sam is now crossing the line to start his lap. Keza invalidated, he's invalidated again, and Nunda is facing the wrong way there. I'm not sure if he's got damage, but he's lost it coming out of turn 3. That's a strange place to lose it. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. He's got to be careful. That Alpha Tauri behind he's invalidated. And, oh no, it's Alibi, isn't it? Might be Alibi going again. Not too sure, but no, he's not anyway. So it won't affect Nunda. Won't have to get away too much. Sloth did a 1:20.4, so just a banker lap for him. And he's going again now as well. Siege just on out that through the final corner. I think that's Chalkers. Yeah, Chalkers invalidated. I think he's racing with silly Sly Guy again. Yeah, only one genuine time so far, 5 minutes into the session. Yeah, Sly Guy, I'm not sure if he'll be coming in the pits. He's low on fuel, so I presume he will be. Kez obviously invalidated. Sam Swift is getting a decent tow from the Ferrari in front until Nunda realises and thought stuff like that. You're not having any of that. Yeah, Kez is going to go to start another lap then. Sam taking a lot of the curb. Oh, he's backed off, isn't he? So... yeah, he's saving up his ERS, going for another run, I think. Or is he coming in the pits? There he is, going to go for another run. So I don't know why he backed off though. Maybe he just felt the lap wasn't the tidiest. We've got Ferrari next. That is just... oh, Sam... I'm sure. Maybe he didn't back off then, Sam. I don't know why I said that. That's 1:16.4. He wasn't backing off at all, was he? I just looked at the ERS, I saw that creeping up. It was through the slow corners, but... I thought he backed off there. How wrong I was. Lynx just started his lap then. V Robbie is in just started sector 2. Got Alpine back across the line. I think that's Sloth. He invalidated this time, unfortunately, so that's not going to be anything set for him. Sam's just getting out of the way for Lynx, and Lynx has already not invalidated, but he's backed off already from his lap. Wet setups then, saying Mushroom. Yep, that is another thing, of course. If it's a wet race, they're going to have wet setups on, you'd think, so it's going to make them slower in qualifying. So you won't see it many times in the 1:15s, I think, as you would have seen if it was a dry race. Running so much downforce here, it's not worth it, saying Chalker, so he's not gone for a wet setup by the sounds of it. How long is it wet for in the race? About half an hour, we've been told. And thank you to Minky Amber 90 for the follow as well. Follow number 966, and he's from Italy, saying as well. Welcome to him then. I mean, we raced in Italy a few weeks ago, didn't we? And that always gives us a crack of a race, as it did just then. more than welcome to join a Discord, mate. I'm sure someone will stick a Discord link in the channel for you. V-Robbie went up to P4 and Siege went up to P3 as well, so it's still quite nearly almost a second off. Epic Yano is in the lead at the moment. Ferrari's just crossed the line, and that is Nunda. He's going for another lap by the looks of it. We've got Chalkers coming back at the pits. Lynx is now going to start another lap. He'll get a time set because he didn't actually invalidate the previous one, but he made a mistake, didn't he? Early on the lap. I ran 11.11, but still changed suspension, saying Mushroom. Yeah, obviously a lot of downforce needed in this game, isn't it? Oh, and Lynx always, yeah, he has invalidated again. Well, I say invalidated again, he's made a mistake again, I should say. So yeah, Lynx struggling early on here. In Q2, still 4 cars in the pits. Keza has been out on the track, and Sly Guy is now going to the medium tyres, so yeah, he should have plenty to go through on them. Sure he will. Probably the only driver that I'll ever say that for. That leads to get through on the mediums. The Alpine drivers are still going, aren't they? Yeah, might as well do practice runs. It's not like they've got to look after these tyres as usual when they're not going to be starting on them, are they? So that's not a problem. As Nunda's left the session, so oh dear, don't say we have a laggy Nunda today. He's been alright the last couple of weeks, but he's left the session, which indicates his connection's not going to be the best today. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's not good then, is it? Jacob Slayer then in the Williams, reserving for his own team today. Oh, and he's spinning in his own team today. Does exactly what DJ Death Dragon did in Q1. You want to stay off that curb, and he didn't stay off it, did he? You want to go wide. Obviously, go wide, you risk doing a McKenty and flinging yourself in the wall, but you need to go wide to fling in on the outside and avoid that inside curve, which I think will be in the pits now. We'll go on board with Sligo on the mediums through sector 2. Have a look at this camera for once, shall we? Let's have a little look at that then. And Sully's left the session as well, so hopefully he can get himself back in. Obviously he's out anyway, so he might just be taking 20 minutes or so off and then joining back later in time for the race. And 300 bits from Andy Lou. Thank you very much, Andy Lou. I think he was one of the ones that went absolutely crazy on Thursday night with the bits. I was one of them myself as well. Got up to level 5 hype train, didn't we, and completed it. So thanks, Andy Lou. I think he raced on Thursday as well, didn't he? He was reserving. Yeah, I can't remember how it went, but it didn't go very well for me, that's all I know. But I'll stick a couple of bits in there myself as well. Again, yeah, if it was an 8 bits, I'll always share them back, try and build a little hype train. But thank you very much, mate, much appreciated. And look at that, that is ridiculous. 1:16.2 on the medium tyres for Sly Guy. That's crazy, absolutely ridiculous. 2 tenths quicker than Sam, who was second a couple of weeks ago in qualifying, and he set his time on the softs. That is just ridiculous. That's taking pace to new limits. There's only 2 drivers on a lap ahead of Black Box at the moment. Chalks is one of them, and he is on a lap as well. See what he can do coming at the final corner. He's half a second up. You'd expect this to be good enough to get him through. It'd be close to 5th or 6th. Oh wow, what a lap that is from Chalkers. He weren't as quick in Q1, was he? But that should be enough to get him through. Only 1200s off Epic Yano. He's really upped his game in the last couple of weeks, isn't he? Black Box is going to be next on the soft tyres. Not seeing his true pace today yet, but he is the driver that leads the standings, as we know. So expecting big things as always. This is the consistency for Black Box as well. You know, if he's not had the best of race, as long as he can get a decent P3 or P4, you know, it's not always about winning it, it's about getting that podium. He's only got, I'm not sure if he's only got 2 wins this season, but, and there, oh wow, look at that from Black Box. 1:15.6. And I don't think Silly Sly Guy is going to have this all his own way, is he? Black Box has got something to say about this pole position today. That's an incredible lap there from Black Box. 1:15.6. He's pulled one out the bag there, isn't he? Lynx did got to P5, by the way, and make that P6 now because Keza's done a 1:16.2. Keza, who is in the championship, definitely showing that he can compete with the big boys up in the Champions League. That's an incredible lap there from Keza. Really, really good. And yeah, like I say, there's full-time seats available, so I'm sure he will be one of them. Well, if he's available on a Saturday, he might want one. I know he races in the championship, but we'll try and work that out if he does. Young Tommy in 14th then. And Hype Train is going. 100 bits from Jeff to say, thank you very much, mate. Black Box wants pole today, saying King01, who's on the Black Box's many fans, so he's always in there supporting Black Box along, but that's an incredible lap Black Box has set there. It's taken me by surprise. I didn't think anyone would be able to match Sly Guy's times from earlier on, but come Q3. I wonder how that's going to pan out for us. But young Tommy now on his lap. And yeah, he's always reserving, isn't he, young Tommy? He seems to do every race that we're in. You see his name pop up. And in fact, this is race number 71 for young Tommy in PBE, and that's a fantastic achievement to have, isn't it? 71 appearances. I don't think there's many more on the grid tonight. I'm not sure about Nundas. Have a quick look. I mean, Nundas he's about to cross the line anyway, and he crosses the line. Tommy does a 1:16.8 up in the P10. I doubt we'll get through on that time. We'll be in a bit of trouble there. V Robbie's a bit further back. He's the next guy to cross the line, though, so we will watch V Robbie. Well, I was trying to find how many races Nundas done. He's done 56, so yeah, he's not done as many. And 1,000 bits from Dylan, 200 bits from Lucy, and level 1 hype train is completed. Thank you very much for the bits, guys, much appreciated. I'll throw some more in myself. Let's get this going. Come on, let's get it up again. Link's in 6th. Sly Guy's retired in 5th. I should think he'll be safe, like I said, but he's had a few drivers tell him he's not having his own way today, is he? So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on Sly Guy there in P5. I should think he'll be okay, but you never know in this game, do you? Jake Stay's on that. German's still in the pits. Hopefully German can get himself out. Another 300 bits from Andy Lou. Thank you very much again, mate. I'll stick another 200 in from me. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this party started. So I'll keep an eye on that train as well as keep an eye on the racing, but we love it. We absolutely love it. Jake the Slayer then is about to finish his lap in the Williams. I picked my phone up to have a look at the statistics, completely forgot. Jake the Slayer's up to 12th, 10th off Tommy. Sam Swift is retired in the pits. He might be in trouble there in P8, but maybe he feels he can't improve anymore. Lynx is also retired. So yeah, Keza and Chalkers have really got some great pace today. V Robbie as well. They sit, and Sly Guy, Lynx and Sam expect to be further up. Don't forget Sly Guy's time was on the mediums, you can see there. Chalkers retired, but we know he's safety through. But yeah, Jake the Slayer and Tommy don't look like they're going to improve. Nunda's in the pit still, isn't he? And yeah, I don't think he'll be coming out. German's still sat in the pits. I don't think he's going to have time to come out either. Alibi's on that. So this could be a Jake the Slayer. I don't think is he going for another lap or not? I think he is. But this again could be a pretty anticlimactic end. Sloth and Siege might already be safe there. Jake the Slayer I think might just be backing up, trying to save it for another lap. But Tommy's done, Nunda's done, both Ferrari's going to be out. German's going to be out. I'm not quite sure what's happened there to German. But Alibi is going to try and put in a decent time. I wouldn't expect him to get through, to be honest, but we'll see what he can do. See if he can get ahead of Nunda at least, which you'd expect him to, really. Being late on in the session, obviously the tyre's a bit quicker than when Nunda set that original lap. And he crosses the line, he does go ahead of Nunda. There we go, comfortably as well. He's only a few tenths off getting through there, Alibi, so it's a good effort. He might be going for back-to-back laps. Might as well go for it, push it to the absolute limit now, Alibi. And he's invalidated, so that's not going to happen. Jake the Slayer has saved up, and he is going to be going again now then. Oh, he's getting... Oh, wow. He's getting overtaken by Siege. So Siege has got a good slipstream there, isn't he? So he's in P10, and Jake the Slayer's backed off his lap now anyway, and Alibi's invalid. So it's all done. It's all done. Siege is going to push on his lap, even though he doesn't need to. Sloth's only on out lap. Both Alpine drivers in 9th and 10th, as they were a few minutes ago. And they're safe. They didn't need to go out again. Little did they know. I mean, hopefully for Siege's sake and Sloth's sake, they're listening to the stream so they know that they can back off. Because if they risk it now and then crash, obviously they're going to be pretty fuming when they find out they were safe. So, but yeah, if they're not listening to the stream, well, that serves them right if they're not watching the stream. But we'll see what they do. But they're safety through anyway. Again, we were going to look at what tyres they got through on. It doesn't matter because they're all going to be starting on the wet tyres by the sounds of it anyway. So, there you go. Siege has gone off anyway. So, yeah, Siege is not going for it now. Sloth is still pushing, I think. Goes through turn 8. We'll really see if he's pushing or not. Yeah, he's not pushing that too hard. Alibi's retired. I'm not sure. I think they might know now. Well, he's actually 10th and a half up, Sloth. It looked like he weren't pushing it through turn 8, but 10th and a half up. At least try and make some positions up. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what you've got to do. You've got to go wide, not touch that curve. We've seen Death Dragon and Jake do so far. Completely avoid that curve. That is the best thing to do. Clipping the curb then. Level 2 hype train. Always finding out 200 more bits from Lucy. I'll get a couple more in myself as well. Sloth's about to cross the line. Thank you very much, Lucy. And Sloth is up into P7 then. Well done, Sloth. He is safely through, as he was beforehand anyway, but I don't think he knew that, did he? So, not to worry. It's through anyway. Quick into the comments then. Chalker saying skimming that curve actually helps rotate the car. It does, but when it's rotating it to the point that Jake and DJ were rotating into the wall, I think it's a little bit too much. Cryptic saying he's happy with that, could have done better, had traffic on his lap, but was decent. Yeah, it's a good time from Alibi, 13th in the Champions League. I'm sure he would have taken that a couple of weeks ago. I'd have told you you're mad if you told me he was qualifying there a couple of weeks ago in the Champions League. He'd take that, I think, in his own league at the moment. So yeah, not bad. Oh. Yeah, it's all done then. We'll get the pole position poll out in a minute then. There you're 10 cars through, no big shocks there. What an epic battle this is going to be for pole position. Now I'll quickly have a look through the statistics. So pole position so far this season, we've had 2 for Sly Guy, 2 for Black Box, 1 for Lynx, 1 for Sam Swift. And then we had 1 for Vice Shang, who's no longer in the league, and we had 1 for Emerson as well, I think, who's obviously just for reserve. So yeah, Sly Guy, Black Box have had 2, Lynx and Sam have had 1. And yeah, Black Box has had 2 wins this season, yeah, we're right, in Bahrain and in the UAE. So we like the Middle East, Black Box does, but we're in Spain today. In terms of Europe, we've seen Sloth and Lynx win Austria and Netherlands. So yeah, maybe Black Box not a fan of the European continent, but we'll see. In terms of podiums this season, 5 each for Black Box and Lynx, that's why they're at the top. 3 for Sloth, 2 for Sly Guy, and no one else has had more than 1, although there are a lot that have had 1. But yeah, brilliant. Yeah, level 2 hype train, lovely, thank you very much everyone, has ended. It would take my PB just to put me 10th, saying Cryptic. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Full-time reserve, so is saying young Tommy. He absolutely is, isn't he? That's what we love to see. Love seeing Tommy race, quality reserve, as are many of these. We see Dan Murphy reserving 2, Keza again, like I say, making his debut in the Champions League today, reserving. Love to see it. We'll quickly set up the pole position poll. See who we're going to put in here. This is hard to pick now. We'll stick Black Box in it. We'll stick Sly Guy in it. We'll stick Lynx in. Who else should we go for? Let's quickly have a look. Who's on there out that first? It is Sly Guy, so we'll get to watch his lap as well. I'll stick Sam in it. Oh, I've got to stick Epic the Animal, haven't I? Oh, God. Well, I could go wrong here. It's lucky I create another category, because it could easily be an other that gets pole position. You never know. It's all about who sets the right time towards the end of the session. 3 minutes, that poll is now going up for. Get your results, get your votes in, and we'll see who you think is going to be on pole position. Then Sly Guy having a bit of a battle with Lynx already, isn't he, on the outlap? We'll go on board with Sly Guy now then. And Siege is going out in the medium, so maybe he had to use all of his softs to get through into Q3, so he's got to do a medium run first and a soft run later on. Yeah, I think it's about saving a fresh set of softs for the end of the race if it does dry up in time, which we think it will do. I think that's what that's all about. Mini Rams all saying Black Box pole, get your vote in there. Sly Guy starts his lap. 4 votes in so far. Keep those votes getting in. Who do you think is going to get pole position? Sly Guy is first in his lap. Still got a few cars in the pits. It's a pretty empty track at the moment. Only 7 out on it. And what's the sector 1 time going to be? It goes, no, it doesn't go wide. It's perfect there from Sly Guy. It is a 21.7. Takes that inside curb. Doesn't go too wide. Look at the margins. Just clipping that white line. Absolutely perfect there from Sly Guy. Turns in nice and early. That's perfect as well. Almost 4 wheels wide. Again, pushing it to the absolute limit. As always, Sly Guy. Now this is the awkward one. Turn 7. And again, look. Almost 4 wheels off. Millimetres. It is millimetres. And again, how he's not lost the car there is crazy. Sully has joined back. There we go. So he's going to be in for the race, which is good. A little bit of a lock up there. Tiny bit deep, but won't affect him too much at all. And yeah, he's clipping that curve a tiny bit as well. Sly Guy, like Chalkers was saying, clipping that curve does help with the rotation. It's obviously just a big risk in the race. I don't think we'll see people hint as much in the race. Turns that car in beautifully. Lovely final sequence there from Sly Guy. This time's going to take some beat, and this is going to be in the 15s, I bet you. Crosses the line, Sly Guy, 1:15.7, so it's slower than Black Box's Q2 time. What can Lynx do? He's going to be next. He crosses the line, it's a 1:16.0. He's only 3/10 off that time. Next is going to be V Rob. He's just on out that blow. So we go to the Alpha Tauri of Keza, who's in sector 3. So Black Box's Q2 time is quicker than that time from Sly Guy. Obviously, it was later on in the session where the track is a bit quicker when Black Box set that time, but that's interesting. Black Box is on a lap not too far behind, and Alpine has lost it, and that's not Sloth that's lost it. It was Siege that's lost it, but as we go on with the wrong car, Sloth loses it as well. So double trouble for the Alpine drivers at the moment. Next car to cross the line will be the Red Bull Chalkers. Great form so far, but he's invalidated that lap, so he is going to be going again by looks of it. Invalidate pretty early. He's had time to save up the RS. Epic the Animal, it's just an outlap for him. We know the Alpines have both gone wrong, so we're going with Black Box. And yeah, someone said Black Box would poll in the comments, and I think this could be original P1 as long as he sets the same time he did in Q2. See what he does then for Black Box. Comes onto the straight. DRS is open. He's about to cross the line, and he does match that time he set in Q2. It's a 1:15.6 and provisional pole for Black Box. Siege and Sloth both crossed the line, so they both spun on their lap, so it's slow times for them. Sam is just on out. V Robbie's next to set his time though. Yeah, he clips a bit of that curb. Stay away from those yellow sausage curbs. He's actually gone really violent on the car there through sector 3, but he's not lost too much time. He's gained quite a bit, in fact. It's not going to be a quick time though, is it? It's a 1:16.4. He did look like he's fighting that car in sector 3 a bit, didn't he? Saigai and Lynx racing each other into the pits. They're both coming in now. Change those tyres over. Keza will be coming in the pits as well. Mercedes behind. That's just... Oh, Chalkers has lost it now. Has twice gone on board with the car. It looks like I've made him spin as I've gone on board with them. Yeah, Chalkers has gone. Sam's about to start his up. Epic the Animal is further back, so we're going to watch him. In fact, Sloth might be going... Yeah, Sloth is on a lap, isn't he? Of course, after he messed up his first. No, he's not on a lap, because he's on 100% ERS. That's how you can tell, and that is also how you can tell when he's running over to race back into the pits. Epic the Animal then. Saigai won the pole position poll. Only 8 votes in, but 4 for Saigai, 2 for Black Box, 1 for Epic the Animal, 1 for other. No one voted for Lynx then. He's had a good lap so far. Still not in the 1:15s. What can Epic the Animal do? He crosses line and goes up to P3, and look at that. It's a 1:15.7. There's a 10th between that top 3 at the moment. That's incredibly close. Black Box coming to the pits, as is the other Alpine of Siege. Epic the Animal then. Just going to be on an in lap now. V Robbie's on a spin lap. Again, I've done it. Oh, he needs to control that car, I think, a bit better, doesn't he? We'll go on board with his teammate then, Sam Swift, to try and take the views off V Robbie, who's having a bit of trouble controlling that car at the moment. Sam Swift breaking down to turn 9 and 10-11. So easy to lose it through here, isn't it? You've got to be so careful on that throttle. It's not as bad in the race, of course. Heavy fuel loads, and you're not pushing it to the limit as much. He's definitely backed off this time, Sam. I said this last time, but he's definitely backed off that time. And there we go, he definitely has, yeah. He's going to be going again, though. Or is he? Bit of weave in there. I'm not quite sure why he backed off, unless he just thought it was a really slow time. And he's backed off, Sam, so I'm not sure why he didn't just come in the pits then, or unless he just wanted to get that time set to put him ahead of Chalkers in case he invalidated on the final run. But that is Saigai who's out again. Epic the Animal's just on in lap, I think, but Saigai's gone out again. I don't know if he's going to go for 2 runs or if he thinks he can fit 3 runs in. Nice saying GT 61204 in comments. Gotta love chatting to Black Box when he's in pits. GT saying, so I think it's another Black Box fan we got with us, and it's all going very well for him at the moment, isn't it? Up in P1, it's a fantastic lap he's set, but it's really close between that top 3. We've definitely got a battle on our hands here. Sam Swift, yeah, obviously the only other one out on the track apart from Saigai, but we'll watch Saigai, see what he does then. Give me a quick chance to grab a sip of my drink quickly, whilst there's not much action going on, and we'll get back to Saigai's lap, which I'm sure he'll be looking to try and get back here to Black Box. Here he goes then. No, he's not even going for a lap. Well, he's disappointed us there, Saigai. I guess he just felt he was a bit bored in the pits, and he's going to go around and do an extra preparation lap to try and get those tyres in the right shape. And he's side by side with Lynx again. Yeah, not quite sure he's done that, but at the same time he knows what he's doing. He's one of the best drivers in the world, so yeah, he knows what he's doing. That's all that matters really. Keza's going to be first one to set a time in, isn't he? In the final run. I think Black Box was holding back on his lap, saying Kingo won. Oh, shut up, surely not. Surely he can't go much quicker than that. I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked. Keza in P5, sitting really good at the moment, isn't he? I'm sure, as much as he loves racing the championship, he's won the top 2 with Dan Murphy, isn't he? I bet he'll be thinking he wish he could down for his challenge more often. But see what we can do in the race first. I mean, it's all well and good setting good times in qualifying, but it's not about that so much, is it? It's what you can do in the race, how many points you pick up that count. You can be on pole every single race and then not get any points and you'll get relegated. So it's all about what happens in the races, as I always say. Like I say, I always start towards the back. I'm still in the top half of the standings, so it's got to focus on the race more than anything. Keza B, Sector 1 times at 21.6. He's nearly 10th up on his time as well. He's looking to join the 115 club here as well. It might be a bit of a stretch for him, but he can get close to Lynx this time. He's got a good couple of attempts in the bag, I think. This is a bit where we see people start to lose it, I think, but we've not seen anyone have a big slide off there. We've seen no big crashes out of turn 8 yet either, which is shocking. Can't believe it. He's joking, saying Kingo, I was going to say. He's 2.5 temps up, Keza. I weren't joking about him gaining a few temps and possibly getting the 115s. 2.5 temps up. He only needs another temp in the final sector, less than that even, to get ahead of Lynx and get himself in the 115s. I think the top 3 might be a bit of a stretch for Keza. With the times they've set, it's just incredible. But nonetheless, it's a fantastic lap here from Keza. He's now coming onto the straight. DRS is open. Can he get in the 115s? Yes, he can. It is a 1:15.8 as well. He's only a 10th and a half off pole for Keza. That's a fantastic lap. He backs off now, and he might have time to save up and then go for another lap after. Lynx has invalidated his lap, so again, he's struggled with some track limits today, isn't he, Lynx? Hopefully it don't happen for him in the race. V-Robbie's just started his lap. Sly Guy is now going for a lap as well. He's now coming out of Sector 2, and he is nearly 2 temps up, so Black Box, I think, might have to go to work again with this time. And Black Box is in the pits. And Epic the Animals only and they literally just come out on their outlap, so they've got a race round on their outlap to get there in time to set the lap. Although we might have about a 9-second glitch. Silly Sligo rear ends trying to break away from him there. This is going to be a fantastic lap. This could be 15.4. This calling it now 15.4. Can he do it, Sly Guy? No, he can't. He can do a 15.3 though. That's absolutely incredible. 1:15.3. That's what that extra lap of preparation was for. Warm those tyres up. Someone said we'll see a low 15s, and I didn't believe them, but that was incredible. And King, who in the comments, I bet he's hoping Black Box was holding back on his lap now. Epic the Animal as well, I think, has just seen that and thought, wow, he needs to find over 4 temps now. Keza's saving up on his lap. Lynx is now going again. We'll look further forward though, because I think we've got Siege is in the pit, so he's not got any fresh softs by the looks of it. Siege is done. Chalkers is on a lap 2, but Sloth on his outlap back across the line. That's going to be V-Robbie next to him, but he has invalidated AlphaTauri, and Keza's coming to the pit, so he's not going to be going again. So Chalkers going to be next to set of time then. Coming out the final corner, Chalkers. Can he improve his time? DRS open, crosses the line. He's in the 115s as well. 1:15.8 for Chalkers up in the P5s. Again, a fantastic lap. Silly Side Guy is done then. Black Box now going to start his lap. Epic the Animal's going to start it just behind him as well. Lynx, yeah, he's invalidated, isn't he? So he's in trouble, Lynx. Will he make the line in time to go for another lap? He's coming in the pits anyway, so it's not been the best of qualifying sessions for Lynx. And he's spinning, coming in the pits as well. He's sliding there. But that is checkered flag into Keza, Lynx and Siege are all done. Sly Guy's done 2 and V-Robbie's invalidated there. Got a bit of oversteer and then wobbled off the track, lost the rear end. He's invalidated his time, V-Robbie. Next is going to be Sam Swift. He's 2.5 temps up, but he needs to find obviously a lot more. He backed off in Sector 3. He's lost the rear end there. He started sliding. I think he'll struggle in the one to struggle to get the 15s now. Can he get anywhere near Lynx? So can he get ahead of his teammate? He crosses the line. Oh, look at that. He just gets ahead of his teammate, Sam Swift. He won't be best pleased with that, I don't think. It's all down to Black Box now, and Black Box invalidated. So Black Box invalidates in Sector 1. That's his pole battle over. It's between Epic the Animal now and Sly Guy. What can Epic the Animal do? Chalkers has invalidated. V-Robbie's done. Sloth's done as well. It is just these two then. Just this one then. Epic the Animal is 10th. He's nearly 2 temps up. He needs to find over 2 temps in Sector 3 if he's a challenge Sly Guy. He can get ahead of Black Box though. He just needs to have the same Sector 3 as did on his first lap, and he'll get up in the P2, which I think is realistically got to be his target. I know he's ambitious and he wants maximum points, and he's got to struggle to get even second now after that exit coming out the final corner. He's going to go for it though. He's back across the line, Epic the Animal, and he does improve but doesn't get up to P2, and that's what we were saying. He should have been realistic with himself there and just focus on getting that P2. He was pushing so hard trying to beat Sly Guy's time. I think he should have just held back and taken that P2, but Black Box, I think, after invalidating that final lap, is lucky to keep that P2. But it is Silly Sly Guy on pole position, and that was a fantastic lap. And in the end, I don't think that could have been beaten. It's nearly 3 tenths clear of Black Box. Keza up in P4, championship driver. That's an incredible lap from him. 5 drivers in the 115s. Again, solid pace from Chalkers. 2 TRT boys starting on the 3rd row. Yeah, Lynx be a bit disappointed with that, and I think the Mercedes team sharing the 4th row won't be best pleased with the times that Lay set either. Double outlap, OP apparently saying silly Sly Guy. Yeah, absolutely was. Really did work for him there. Got our hopes up thinking he was going for a lap, and then he just did an extra outlap, but it was all worth it in the end. Look at the margin there, 3 tenths. That wasn't any. I know you look at these and you think, yeah, Sly Guy pole yet again, but it wasn't as straightforward as that, because there was a stage there where Black Box looked quicker and Epic the Animal was right up there too. Yeah, Sam and V Robbie definitely had more pace than that, but they didn't get a proper run on their final lap in, so they have to share and settle for the 4th row. Alpine settled for the 5th row. They both struggled in that session, couldn't get a proper lap in at all, could they? And Lynx and Chalkers on the 3rd row. Lynx invalidating a couple of laps again there, but Keza taking advantage lap in the P4. Great time there from him. Yeah, you've got to watch out for the teammates. Got 6 different teams starting the top 6, and another 2 different teams sharing the 2 back rows of Q3. Nunda saying he hates his Wi-Fi. I think everyone else that races around Nunda hates it as well. Always does it on a Saturday night. Well, if it doesn't happen on a Friday night, maybe ask to change to race on a Friday night. Asked to swap with Keza. Oh, and look at that. Yeah, when they said it was raining, they weren't lying, were they? It is raining, all right. Wow. This is going to be fun. Yeah, we don't normally get rain, so we were saying earlier, we don't normally get much rain in PBE, but we certainly are going to get it tonight in the Champions League. Thank you for the follow, Pointer93, follow number 967, 33 off that luxurious 1,000. Every time you say Epic the Animal, I get Nelly the Elephant tuning in my head. Epic the Animal. Yeah, I get what he means. If you don't know what that is, Google it. I'm not singing it on here. Dylan sticking the Discord in the chat then for any new followers and new viewers to join if they wish. As we're about to see this formation lap get started, I can't wait for this race. We're just waiting for somebody. Oh dear, don't say it's... No, there we go, we're all good. And there we go, we'll stick wet tyres for everyone. This stage we normally talk through what tyres everyone's on, but if anyone weren't on the wet tyres now, I'd be praying for them. But there we go, Sly on pole position. I've not seen some of these drivers in wet conditions before, so it's going to be interesting this. I don't really know what to expect. I'm been thrown at the deep end here, which is good. Oh, Black Box getting a bit keen to get past them already. Look towards the back of the field, yeah. So, Dan Murphy, Mendes Max on the back row. They'll be taking their time getting through, and yeah, Nunda is out of the session, unfortunately. So that's not good for him. He's in 14th. Sully in 18th. We're looking to make moves. We know he's got the pace to challenge with the best when he can. Death Dragon 17th. And Siege has already had a spin on the formation lap. He's lucky there's no damage on here, but he's had a couple of crashes this season. He crashed out in Abu Dhabi last week. And yeah, he's struggling this season for the consistency, isn't he? Sean in 16th, German 15th. Is he in the session? Yeah, he is. He's just ghosting, I think, because he's close to... Is he in the session? I'm not sure if he is or not. Hang on, where is German on the track? He's fallen to the back, so I don't think... No, German's not in the session. So maybe that's why he couldn't get that time set in Q2, because German's out of the session. Nunda's also out of the session, unfortunately, so they're both having connection issues. I've not got a message off German, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Jake Desai is back in the pack up, I think a little bit too much, but it'll go for a bit quicker going through the final sector, then to warm those tyres up. You know, that takes us to the front. We're now in sector 3. And we're all getting ready for the race then. Here comes that Alfa Romeo to take that pole position spot on the grid. Black Box in second. Epic the Animal in third. Keza's in fourth. Keza obviously reserving, so he might be holding back a little bit as reserves usually do. German's having a Pilsner before taking control. None to get an Ethernet cable. Yeah, he needs to, doesn't he? Hope anyone is using a wet setup, saying Dylan as well. Just waiting for the cars to back take their grid spots, which they have. now. So German and Nunder in 14th and 15th, already out of the session by the looks of it. So cars towards the back, we're looking to make moves. When have we got the lights? Oh wow, look at that. I can't see anything. I can't see. Lights out and away we go. And who gets the best start? Sly Guy gets a fantastic start. Look at that though. Sam Swift, he has to back off though. Black Box getting passed by Epic the Animal. He's under pressure now from Keza in 4th as well. Epic the Animal's not setting for that though. Round the outside into turn 1. Sly Guy keeps the lead. Black Box trying to stick his nose down the inside, but no, he backs off. So Epic the Animal's up to P2 and everyone gets through turn 1 safe at least. A couple of drivers backing off towards the back, and I don't blame them for backing off in this. I wouldn't want to be fighting this, and Lynx is passing Keza already, so that's an important move there for Lynx in the title fight. Because he's getting past, and Chalk is getting past Keza as well. We know Keza's a reserve, so he's not fighting it to the max, I don't think. Alpine drivers staying there, and Mercedes Center. In fact, Siege has lost a couple of places. Jake the Slayer and Tommy, and Jake the Slayer is caning on the outside there, a sloth. I don't know if there was contact from Tommy behind there, but Jake the Slayer is going to have to concede that position. Siege behind, putting under some pressure now as well. V Robbie, and look, Sam Swift might have just gone into Keza there as he's gone a bit wide. Keza really is struggling. I don't know if he's struggling or just trying to get out of the way a little bit and try not to fight too much, but he's really backing off, and Sam Swift's had to go wide there. He'll go back to the fight for the lead. Sly Guy still in the lead. It's been a really good Nunder and Kerman's AIs are just overtaking each other. Great battle going on between them. Menace Max got past them both up to P14 as Max. He's had a great start. Alibi's got ahead of them both now. I think Sully might have just dropped to the back deliberately, but for lap 1 in wet Spain, that's a fantastic start in all fairness, to be honest. Sly Guy with the best of the start, so Epic the Animal getting ahead of Black Box though. Black Box really didn't have the best getaways. Lynx in 4th, and you've got to watch that final corner. He nearly came sliding into the pit lane. Sly Guy fastest lap of the race. Yeah, Lynx in trouble there, and Tommy's in the pits. So Tommy's come in the pits. I don't know if he must have damage. I'm not sure why else he'd be in the pits. Sam Swift going to put Sloth under some pressure here. Sloth really doesn't want to be overtaken at this stage, and I don't think Sam's going to be able to go for it. No, he doesn't. He backs off. He's got to watch out for Jake the Slayer. Actually, Jake the Slayer's quite a bit behind. He's getting put under some pressure from Siege in the Alpine as well. Got to keep our eyes peeled here, because any second anyone can lose it in a big way around here, and it'll be pretty irrecoverable if you end up in a wall. This is quality St. Poynton. Yep, some of these drivers, I tell you what, they're much better than I could ever race. And yeah, like I say, to get through the first lap in the wet in Spain with only one car in the pits with damage is not a bad thing, to be honest. Quite pleased with that, to be honest. It is hard gaining up. We know we see the straight here last couple of nights. It's so powerful. The pace with the DRS and the slipstream and the full activation of the DRS as well, it's so powerful. But no DRS, of course, in the wet conditions. Might be obviously going to be a lot harder to overtake. So got to bide their time and be patient. And already there's gaps opening up. There's already a second between the top two and the next two. Yeah, Black Box struggling a little bit in the wet, isn't he, at the moment? But it's very early days. We've only not even completed the second lap yet. Lynx and Chalk has had a good start though. Keza has dropped down. Yeah, his race pace not quite as good as his quali pace was as it stands. I wish his telemetry would sort his shit out, to be honest. But that's just Codemasters, and we have to deal with that, unfortunately. V will be up to 6. Sly Guy set another fastest lap there. And look at the positions. So Lynx managed to jump Chalkers and obviously get that place from Keza. V Robbie's gained 2 places. Sam's lost 2, unfortunately. So yeah, Mercedes having mixed fortunes at the start of the race. Keza, as we know, he's lost to 3, but the reserves, they are instructed, you know, take things carefully, extra carefully, back off any silly fights, because of course you don't want to ruin the drivers fighting for points in the title race, especially towards the front. Sloth in 8th then's gained a place. Sean's had a great start, Max had a great start. Nunder and German, of course, they're both not in the session, they're both having connection issues, so they are overtaking each other, those two AIs. Tommy's further back than having to already pit already for wing damage, which we presume. Don't know why else he would have pitted, unless he's spun into the pits. I'm not too sure. There's only a 20-second pit stop. He's only 20 seconds behind. He might have slid into the pits, you know, by mistake. We saw Lynx nearly do it. The fact that it's only 19 seconds now off 19th, with a wing change, that is, yeah, not too far off. So possibly, but we'll ask him after the race. We'll speak to him, obviously. We might even speak to him in a podium interview. You never know. Seen stranger things on this game. You just never know what's going to happen in these races. But Sly Guy leads 1.4 seconds clear of Epic the Animal. Second back to Black Box. These gaps are staying relatively similar, aren't they? Chalkers and V Robbie closing up to Lynx. Lynx has not had the best of sectors there. And then, yeah, all the gaps are about a second further down. So we are talking about the drivers having to be patient. We might have to be patient watching this until we get some action as well, because it might take a mistake from a car in front until the car gets a run on someone. See Siege here. Look at the sliding though. He had to back off the power there. Turbulent air. sliding out the final corner. Could easily have been a big crash. He's had to back off, and now that he's too far back to challenge Jake down to turn 1. It's Dan Murphy on Alibi. I wonder how close he can get. He's going to go for a move down to turn 1. He's getting close. He's going to go for it on the brakes. He is going to go for it on the brakes as well. And look, Black Box is getting past Epic the Animal. He's spun. Epic the Animal's gone off. I'm not sure he's got damage, but he's completely gone off the track now. He must have damage, surely, if he's had to go all that far off. He's down into P7. He has got damage. Yeah, he's missing an end plate. So Epic the Animal, I can only presume it was a mistake there, because he was nowhere near. It was a second ahead of Black Box, wasn't he? Second behind Sly Guy. And now he's going to have to come in the pits, unfortunately, and change that front wing. So we said we've got to keep our eyes peeled, because that gap suddenly went... Lost it. It's a strange place to lose it, to be honest. Was it coming out of turn 3? How's he got damaged? Unless he completely shunted into the wall. But if he spun back on and slid into Black Box, I'm not too sure. Maybe Black Box has then got damaged too. But no, he doesn't appear to have, and even though if he hasn't, that doesn't mean much on this game. He can easily have damage without showing it, and he's not losing any time to Sly Guy, so I don't think that is the case. And no, he stays out, so he's all good, Black Box, which is good to see. Sly Guy sets the fastest lap of the race, and yeah, he's pulling away with this. I think it's going to take safety cars or penalties or an instant for Sly Guy at this stage for anything to change, because he's just got the race pace over everyone else, hasn't he? Surely they got to go into first. Say Mushroom and Epic the Animal's now out. Oh, he's crashed. He's crashed coming into the pits or sliding out the final corner. So it's really not gone well to him. One of the... He's now a full safety car as well, so just saying he's going to take a safety car or something. I'm not sure we'll see anyone pit or anything, but Epic the Animal, I see where he's lost it. He's just slid out the final corner, I think. His car's just ghosting there, so crashed in the pits possibly. Crashed coming into the pits. And then he's put his AI'd his car, put it out onto the straight, but yeah, shame there for Epic the Animal. We get a full safety car. Tommy's back in the pits, so I'm not sure why Tommy's back in, unless he's got to change the wing again. No, it's just for Inters. It's for Inters, that's why he's coming in. So we said, someone just said in the comments, surely you've got to go Inters first. Mushroom was saying that, and Tommy is now on the Inters. So I wonder if anyone else will go to the Inters now. And the rain, it's not too heavy, is it? The rain is not too heavy. I think we might... Oh, what is Jeff saying? Mind you, Jeff's useless. He's always telling me the wrong things to do. There's still lots of puddles out on that track. But I think, looking by the rain, it's time for Inters. I'd be coming in and stick those Inters on now. The thing is, if you don't, you might be swamped at the restart, and then you have no other opportunity to pit. Sly Guy is, really slowing down there, isn't he? Unless he just sped up and then had to come in, and he's in the pits. Sly Guy's in the pits. Black Box is in the pits. Lynx is in the pits. Chalkers decides to come to the pits at the last second. V Robbie's in the pits. I wonder if Sam's going to come in the pits now because his teammates. Yeah, he's trying to back them up. He's not backing anyone up, but he's just trying to save time. He knows his teammates in there in front as well. Everyone's coming to pits. It's time for it. But Siege stays out. So Siege is trying something different. I don't blame him. If you got nothing, if you're towards the back and you're not having the best of races, not your favourite track, try something different. Why not? And there we go. Sam gets in the pits, and he would have lost about 2 seconds from the double stack, really. So I'm not sure he'd have lost any positions there. But Siege is in the lead. Well, thank God for Ghost in the pit. Otherwise, a couple of cars would be in trouble, don't they? Siege leads on the wet tyres. Max, Dan, Nunda and Gavin obviously out of the session, aren't they? But yeah, Max and Dan, the other two that stay out on those wet tyres. But the fact that the AIs have stayed out in the wets shows that it's interesting. Usually it puts them on the right strategy. Dylan saying Inters for everyone, yeah. Tommy on the Inters, Addy saying, yeah, everyone is now pretty much. Not sure what happened to Epic the Animal. We presume he crashed sliding into the pits, but we'll see. Siege does lead. It's great to see Siege up there. Obviously, Season 1. Siege was really close to being the winner, wasn't he? Denz obviously won Season 1, but Siege won multiple races. Great to see him up in P1. No matter how long it's for, I don't think Silly Sly Guy's going to make his stint there for long. And Vivo, he's got a 3-second penalty under the safety car. Now that's a strange one. Yeah, that's a ball there from V-Robbie. I don't know why I'm going board with Ghost. But let's have a look. It still seems to be a lot of spray. But it might have been a case of it was close to going onto the Inters. And obviously with their safety car, if you don't pit now, if you pit a couple of laps, you lose a lot of time. So maybe it's worth a couple of laps of pain on the Inters. and then get a lot of the gain later. Yeah, silly Sly Guy in second. Maybe it'll help having Max in third as well to try and hold up the drivers behind, but I'm sure Max won't be getting in anyone's way. If he does get in trouble, yeah, safety car is staying out, I presume, for at least one more lap. Tommy still got close up to the back. And Max and Dan now coming, Siege and Dan, sorry, now coming to the pits. Max stays out. So yeah, I think they've decided that it's time for the Inters. And they regret not pitting the lap before, unless they've just decided to do that extra to save an extra life, extra lap of tyre life. Because if it's only going to dry up right at the very end, they might want to try and make these Inters go as close to the end as possible. So every lap, fresher tyres, the better for them. Quick look into the comments again. If you can keep it on the track, that means the car can get really snappy, saying Addy. Yeah, Mushroom agreeing with that as well. Inter's usually good in the wet. It's an awkward one. I mean, I'm not good in the wet, to be honest, at all. I really am not good driving the wet. And Tommy's had a collision with Sully towards the back. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. I hope there's not more damage for Tommy. He's missing an end plate. He's missing 2 end plates, Tommy is. And is Sully missing an end plate? I know he's not, but Tommy's missing an end plate. He's got more wing damage. I don't know how that's happened. Shouldn't be having collisions under the safety car. I mean, that's not good, that. I don't know how that happens as often as it does, to be honest. Top drivers, and it's a silly little 5-second penalties are given. I don't know what a game gives a 5-second penalty for it. I wish it didn't. Safety car in this lap. There we go, look at Black Box, keeping safe distance behind. Obviously we'll get close on the restart. And V-Robbie and Keza now the collision as well. Jesus Christ. Nunda's joined back. Good to see Nunda's back in. Hopefully there's no damage there, but... oh, what is going on? What is the need for it? 5-second penalties. Just don't hit any of the other cars, man. Crazy. Crazy. Sly Guy's going to do the restart on the intermediates. I wonder if Max will have more traction early on. If I was Sly Guy, you've got to go early here or go late. Obviously the straight is so long, you don't want to get much of a give the drivers behind much of a tow. When is Sly Guy going to go? He's still waiting. I think he might wait to the line here. This is a dangerous place if he goes now. And into the pits comes Nunda. And Sly Guy's gone then. So Sly Guy's gone and he's got a great restart. And Menace Max is really under pressure now from Lynx. And Lynx is already on those intermediate tyres getting back past, isn't he? And Black Box, I think, is going to want to follow. He's got to be careful on the brakes. Doesn't go into Lynx though. Black Box is going to... Menace Max, so he backs off. Yeah, he does. And then... yeah, who's that as Chalkers? V-Robbie getting past German. The guys are really confused me. Obviously, German's not in the session. That's why he's losing places. But yeah, Max, I think... might have made the wrong choice there. He's under pressure now from Chalkers. Chalkers going to go for it down the inside here as well. He's got V-Robbie just behind him too. Chalkers gets the move done and V-Robbie's going to have it too. Max really struggling on these wet tyres. I think he regrets the decision already. Sloth is going to be next to try and get past Max. I don't think it'll be too long, although he's caught him up in the poor part of the track. Jake Slayer getting passed by Sam there. And then German obviously is just to go, so they'll be able to go through each other. I'd love to see some timings on the screen. That'd be really good. If you can manage that for me, Codemasters, that'd be really appreciated. But then, there's a lot of things this game can't seem to manage. Sean's up to 11th, getting past German's Ghost, as is Alibi now as well. Oh, come on, too many times. Where are the times? Come on. Silly game. I'm so dumb saying Tommy. Oh, so Tommy. Yeah, Tommy did have to pit. Both Ferraris towards the back now after extra pit stops, not under the safety car. So Tommy, I think, admitting to error there in that collision with Sully under the safety car. Turning to 2008 Britain. Oh, and Max is in the pits, yeah, so he's had to pit, unfortunately, which is going to send him right to the back of the field. German's AI is now in the pits too. Yeah, German and Nunda, we need to stop mentioning them, stop looking at them, because they are out. No, Nunda's back in, isn't he? Nunda's back in, yeah, he got himself back in. So yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to German. He seemed to lose connection in Q2. And that was it for him. Sly Guy in the lead. Lynx P2. Black Box third. And Chalkers is closing up and V-Robbie's closing up too. He has got that 5-second penalty. And obviously don't forget... oh, he's got a 3-second penalty as well, hasn't he? Yeah. 5-second penalties are hard to be removed if there's safety cars towards the end, because obviously you don't want to do that if it's unfair on other drivers. But I think at the moment V Robbie's going to be struggling with time penalties. A Sly Guy gets a 3-second penalty, so he's been struggling with the track limits too. So he doesn't want any more safety cars. He needs to try and pull away now, Sly Guy. So that's a bit of a surprise. It just shows for all this pushing that he's doing, it is costly. And yeah, Lynx and Black Box, they're not exactly falling behind him, are they? So he's struggling a little bit, Sly Guy. I say struggling, he's in the lead and ridiculously quick still. But not exactly pulling away, is he? Or maybe he's just trying to save these tyres and go as long as possible until we're onto the dries towards the end. Chalkers might have got a warning for that, going a tad wide. Well, Sly Guy set the fastest lap of the race, and there's me saying he's going a bit slower. Lynx and Black Box, again, those gaps stay about the same. Chalkers just below a second. V-Robbie just below a second. Sloth trying to fend off Keza. Keza's managed to get that composure back, isn't he? He's happy in 7th now, although Sam Swift close behind, put him under pressure. Siege getting past Sully, down on the inside, down into turn 1. In fact, it was done before then. Alibi and Sean fighting out for P10 as well. 2 championship drivers fighting out for a point here. Almost a third away for the race. It has been a great race so far, isn't it? Just one DNF. Epic the Animal, who started 3rd, got up to 2nd off the line. And yeah, Lynx got ahead of Black Box. When did that happen? Was that in the pits? I've only just noticed that. I was about to say, Black Box was 2nd when Epic the Animal crashed. I don't know when that happened. Not noticed that at all, but Lynx has managed to get ahead of Black Box at some point. I don't know if anyone in the comments noticed that, when it happened, or if it was in the pits. I can't think when else it'd be. Both taking different lines there down to that turn. Black Box going a bit deeper and then swooping in. It's actually gained him a 10th or so on Lynx, so I think Lynx might need to watch Black Box line there, because that gained him a bit of time. Chalker's falling back a little bit, so yeah, Black Box really is on a mission now, isn't he? He's the quickest driver, I think, out of the top, well, out in the grid at the moment. I think Black Box might be trying to get a fastest lap there. It's not going to matter for the point now if it dries up towards the end. Obviously it'll be the quick conditions. 1:26.9 for Sly Guy, and Black Box has a 1:26.9, 15 hundredths quicker than Sly Guy. I called that one alright, didn't I? Keza still in 7th, Sam still fighting behind in 8th. They're both closing up to Sloth in P6, and Sloth not really gaining on the cars in front. And then yeah, Siege looking to get past this battle between Sean and Alibi. He's got a few reserves in front of him, Siege, so he'll be hoping that they're nice to him and give him a bit of leeway getting through, as Dan Murphy's getting through, and DJ Death Dragon down the inside for P14 into turn 1. Yeah, Max is driving around on his own at the moment, as is Tommy towards the back, both reserves after those pit stops that they had after the safety car. And Black Box really is catching up to the back of Lynx now, whatever that position loss happened for. He's trying to get him back now. I think Lynx got Black Box at the restart, saying King. Yeah, that was close, because Max was up in 2nd, wasn't he? So yeah, could have done. It would all go at the restart. It was always a hard time. You got to look everywhere. They're all bunched up. And yeah, Lynx is starting to fall off Sly Guy a bit. He's lost half a second the last couple of laps. At the same time, Black Box, I think, has got the same pace as Sly Guy. He needs to try and get back past Lynx though. Black Box, he's definitely quicker than him at the moment. It's so difficult to get moved on here. You watch him slide out this final corner. He's not actually sidling that much as Sly Guy sets the fastest lap again. Black Box can't match it this time because he's starting to get held up by Lynx. What's the ERS like? So yeah, Black Box has got slightly more than the cars in front, but not enough to really make a move. Got to be careful he doesn't pick up any penalties as well, but you can see he's clearly quicker at this point. And Chalkers, he's nowhere near behind now. He's about 2.5 seconds back, and he's under pressure from V-Robbie. He's got 8 seconds worth of penalties, so it could really hinder his decent point chances. He's definitely got the pace to be in with the points, but yeah, and again Lynx, that's 2 seconds now he is behind Sly Guy. I don't know if he's starting to struggle on the tyres already or what, but shouldn't be so much. It's not. Yeah, it depends how long you can go. Oh, we don't know when the rain's going to slow up. If it is going to slow up, we were told it'd be half hour into the race, but we will just have to see what happens and see how it goes. The sky is getting lighter. The sun's trying to pop through, isn't it? And the rain is pretty light. Sly Guy's just pulled out another attempt just in the space of that sentence. It was a long sentence, and Sloth's out. Sloth, where's he lost it? It's turn 8. He's lost it out at turn 8. Safety car is out, and Sloth's poor run of form continues. So Sloth is the second victim of a wet Barcelona circuit. And yeah, Sloth, I say, last week in Abu Dhabi didn't manage any points to the Netherlands. He only managed P11. Yeah, a week before He didn't finish as well in Australia, so he has 3 weeks in a row now for Sloth. 4 weeks in a row now for Sloth. He's up in third in the standings, where he's not going to get any points. So, yeah, his form was really starting to fall off after that win in Austria, and another podium he's had in the season as well. Everyone is staying out by the looks of it. So, I think we'll definitely see some dry conditions not too far in the distance, because if it was inters to close to the end, they'd have pitted for more fresh inters then. But the fact that everyone's staying out, it means that we'll see dries pretty soon, which will be good for the race. Apologies to Sully saying Tommy, he got distracted. Naughty, naughty Tommy. But like I say, those penalties, they're not going to pit though, are they? So they won't be served yet either. Sloth has left the session, so yeah, Sloth is not a happy person at all, is he? After that, yeah, 2 DNFs though, a few laps from the halfway mark. Yeah. Jake Deslade did a good job up in P8, Sean in 9th, Alabai in 10th, some great times there from them. Yeah, Sully not quite got through the field as much as we thought. He's been right at the top when he has been consistent. Netherlands, he was really good as well, wasn't he? But again, as we said earlier on the race, it's so hard to get moves done there. No DRS, and obviously in the wet conditions, so hard to focus on getting a good exit. Sliding all the time. DJ Death Dragon, after that crash, exactly where we are now in qualifying, that spin, sorry. That cost him a place in Q2, up in the P14. Not been a bad race for him so far, just taking it steadily around the back. Not gone too badly for him. And yeah, like I say, this safety car Sly Guy won't be happy with this, because he's got that 3-second penalty, so Lynx and Black Box have managed to close that gap back up. Sully's in the pits then, so he's going to serve that 3-second, he's going to serve that 5-second penalty, so he knows it might not be removed if we have obviously a chance of the safety car later on. And look, it's hardly raining out, it's just a few spots in the air, still obviously nowhere near, yeah, he's serving his penalty, still nowhere near time for slicks yet, because, yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's looked better in the pit lane, a bit more promising. Yeah, it's just a few spots though, isn't it? It's really starting to slow down, that rain, more and more. And this safety car, it could be quite awkward. The safety car could come in, and then we see a couple of laps later, the cars come in for a pit stop. And yeah, what will it be? It'll be mediums to the end, I should think, then, if that is the case. But there's still so much spray, that'll take a while to clear, so yeah, I'm just guessing really. And 400 bits from Shadders, thank you very much, Shadders, much appreciated, mate. Good to see him. Championship driver, of course. Theo's redeemed hydrate as well. V-Rob be saying his 5 seconds should get removed. Yeah, obviously depends, like I say, if there's a safety car on the last lap and it's already been served, then it obviously might not be. But yeah, it depends if it gets served or not. V-Robbie. So annoying that when you get the 5-second penalty, the game shouldn't give it really. Safety car's coming in already. But yeah, obviously depends on the outcome. If it makes it fair for everyone to remove it, that's absolutely fine, we'll do it. But we'll have to see. Safety car in then. Silly Sly Guy will be doing the restart yet again. Robbie don't deserve 5 seconds on the safety car, it won't get removed. Same Mushroom, yeah, he's laying the law down to him. And yeah, it's a good time for Nundarin, just about to catch up and have really warm tyres. Nundarin might be going for a move. Sly Guy's gone then, he's gone early. And it's not the best of restarts, but again, it should be fine. He's trying to weave a little bit as well. He knows Lynx has got a good restart as well. And look at V-Robbie's restart. He's really close to Chalkers. Sean's getting past Slayer for P8, and V-Robbie's going to go around the outside. It's going to be a great battle. The Red Bull and the Mercedes, where have I seen this before? And Chalkers getting passed by V-Robbie. V-Robbie gets the 3-second penalty. I don't think that will be removed because he was aggressive for the overtake, but he gets past Chalkers, and V-Robbie's out for 11 seconds of penalties, unfortunately. But he's up to P4. He's got track position, which is more important around doing. Jake Deslade and fighting Sean has lost 3 places now, getting passed by Alibi and Siege. Alibi at the P9, fantastic effort from him. Kesra up in the P7, putting Sam under pressure. Sam in 6, had a solid race so far, losing a couple of places at the start, but he's made up now. And Dan Murphy getting past Jake Deslade. 2 Williams fighting, I think Jake Deslade let him through. I don't know if Jake's got damage there or what, but he is losing places quickly, isn't he? He's letting cars through. Let DJ Death Dragon through. I don't think he's got to let Max through. No, he's not. He's got to be careful he's letting him through though, because, oh yeah, that's what I mean. He's causing a bit of Argy there, and people not knowing when he's going to let him through. See, Max is only reserving himself, so. And yeah, I think Max is going to have this. He's going around the outside. Can he give it in the braking zone? Jake Gasly backs off and then decides he wants to clip Menace Max's tyre. And is he going to get out of the way for Sully? He's just... not sure what he's doing, but he is getting out of the way. Yeah, his intentions are good. Just say that. Nunda's there, of course. Nunda's not ghosting. The two Ferraris towards the back there. Thrilled about that safety car. They needed that to get back in the race. Lynx still ahead of Black Box then. The gap's about 8 tenths between the top two, 7 tenths between the next two. Yeah, all about the same gaps down to 5th. Sam Swift lost a couple of tenths though. So he's, well, I was about to say outside DRS range, but no one's exactly in DRS range, are they? Sean really holding them up behind us. So the top 7 are pulling away. This would be great for the likes of Sam and Chalkers, who've got no penalties as well. We can just put away from this. And Sean really holding up the rest of the pack. Alibi and Siege really close to each other. Dan Murphy behind, and Death Dragon, Menace Max and Sully, and Tommy's getting past Jake. And Nunda will be next to get past him as well. So yeah, Siege really, I mean Alibi obviously is just a reserve, but Siege will really be wanting to get past Alibi and Sean to try and then pull away from Sean. And he'll be on for some good points if he can manage to do that. Next 5 laps should be looking at dry. I haven't got a clue what the weather's going to be like. It could stay like this for the rest of the race, for all I know. I've been told it would be half hour of rain, but we don't know, to be honest. Alibi getting a little bit wobbly there, but it's too far back, and Jake Asade getting overtaken by Ghost now. So I don't know what quite is going on with Jake, and he's deciding to shot him around the back, and Chalk is going for a move back on V Robbie, and I think he's got it done. He has. That's a strange place to make a move, but I presume V Robbie must have left the door open or gone a little bit wide, and Chalk has managed to sneak back through. And these two fighters have the top 3 to clear, and Lynx is in the pits. So why is Lynx coming in the pits? DRS is enabled. That's why he's come in the pits. He's going to put dry tyres on, isn't he? He's going for the medium tyres. The Lynx might have timed that to absolute perfection. He might be able to get an undercut now and take the lead, but we'll see how he copes, because it's still pretty well there, and it's still raining, in fact. So DRS enabled, but that's a strange one. And there's other cars coming in too, so it came at exactly the right time for Lynx. But it's still raining though. Just look at the conditions of the track. Surely you can't go on the slicks in this sort of weather. Surely not. Slide Guy seems to be coping fine. Blackwell seems to be coping fine. What is Lynx doing, and how is he coping? Oh, he's losing time. He's losing time to the cars in front. I'm not sure it's the best move. I really don't think that's... I think it's too early. I know DRS has been enabled, but he's gaining though, isn't he? Look at him. He's gaining on the cars in front. The time's coming down. He's gained a second just there. Oh, this is going to be close. Yeah, the track is dry. This track is a lot dry. There's no spray now, is there at all? He's got... Watch this, so turn 8. This will be the killer on these slicks. Alright, maybe it won't. Yeah, Lynx has made a good decision there. Sly going back. They've got no choice. They've got to pit. They've got to pit now. It's mediums to the end. It'll be tight towards the end, getting there. Sly Guy's in the pits. He had no choice. Black Box as well will be in. Chalkers will be in too. Oh, Mercedes got to double stack. Oh no, and they've hit each other in the pits as well. That's going to be a penalty, I think, there for them. It's not, but Sam Swift, oh, he should have stayed out, because now he's going to get completely held up yet again in this double stack. Oh, that's not good for Sam. He should have stayed out and just pushed and did one more lap. Hoped for a safety car or something. It's still okay. You can survive on the inters out there. But look, Lynx takes the lead. He's done it. Lynx has done the undercut. That was absolutely fantastic from Lynx. Hard for Chalk because he's put on. I don't think the mediums go to the end. That is strategy call of the season from Lynx. Sly Guy's still got that 3-second penalty. He timed that to perfection. He's come in the pits, even though it was still raining. DRS was still disabled. And the second he pulled into the pits, DRS was enabled. And that was the moment where it was time to switch over. Don't get me wrong, it's 15 laps. And Kez has lost it. So Kez has lost it now. He's lost it out of turn 2. Yeah, as I was saying, don't get me wrong, there's 15 laps left. And Sly Guy, obviously we know he's got a bit more pace than Lynx today. But he has got a 3-second penalty as well. He's got to overtake and then hold him up. And then he's got to overtake and then pull away from Lynx. Black Box 4 seconds behind, so he's really lost out at this battle. But he's comfortable on that podium, isn't he? Because Chalk is nearly 5 seconds behind and on the hards. Look at this. Alibi's 5th. On the fresh medium tyres. That is absolutely crazy. And now we're seeing the penalties rack up as well, because they're starting to push it a bit more and hitting over the corners. And yeah, Chalkers is struggling on these hard tyres where it's still a little bit damp on the track. Alibi in P5, PB Alibi, look at that. That's incredible. Link sets the fastest lap, but look at Sly Guy. He's got the DRS as well. He's going to get it done easy. Sly Guy breezes past. Now we can finally see the strength for the DRS on this straight. ERS use. Alibi sets the fastest lap of the race. So, someone's put a rocket up his arse. You can't see the strength too much there, but V-Robbie getting past Sully. Yeah, look at that. DRS, Slipstream, ERS used as well. Absolutely fly past. Sully up in the P8 though. It's good to see he's going to get decent result. And who's lost out then? So, oh, look at Sam. He's down in 17th. Kezza's down in 18th after that spin. They've really been shunted here. Sam, he should have stayed out one more lap. He wouldn't have lost too much time on that lap on the inters. Maybe he feels he would have. Maybe he didn't realise it was his teammate right in front of him. That has cost him dear. It's really cost him a good chance to be right towards the top of the field. Plotter saying, yes, Links, how did Tommy get to P6? How did Tommy get to P6? I haven't got a clue. I don't know how he's managed to do that, but that was strange that it all worked out in the pit lane. Some funny things going on in that pit lane today, I tell you. Death Dragon up to P11. So yeah, Death Dragon 11. Siege's another one that's gone to the hards. I would struggle to do 17 laps on the mediums, to be honest. My tyre wear around here is not good, but the ones that can do the mediums to the end will definitely gain out of it. And yeah, Chalkers, look how much quicker. I mean, Alibi is in Championship and he's hardly got any points this season, and he's catching up to Chalkers for P4, who's on the hard tyres. The hards really aren't that quick around here, but they definitely will get to the end. Well done, Link, saying King. Yeah, it was a great move, absolutely. And look, he was a second behind Sly Guy going onto the straight, but he had just about got the DRS and he gained half a second. I think Sly Guy this lap though will pull out over a second and be able to pull away. Sly Guy I think just needs to do his best laps and avoid getting any more penalties, and I think it'll be alright for him, as long as there's no more safety car or anything like that, but that's easier said than done. Seems to be a safety car for every single crash we get. There's Alibi, look, his pace in Spain has been so good this week. It's been amazing for him. AI Kerman got a pit again. Yeah, AI Kerman's put softs on. I don't know why it's done that for him. Just shows that this game's rubbish, isn't it? And yeah, Link's staying in the DRS, so I think Links might be able to stay into the DRS as Sly Guy. If he can just keep up with him each lap by using the DRS, and he's in with a great shout, Links. He might get penalties himself, I don't know what penalties he's on for warnings. Black Box has not quite got the pace at the moment to catch up, has he? It was really, caught out there by Links. Kezza's got a 3-second penalty as well. Oh. Wow, this has been eventful. And Links, there we go. So look, it's about a second. Look, Slipstream, DRS. He's not even using his ERS here. Chalkers gets a 3-second penalty. He's gained over half a second on that straight without using any ERS. That's the advantage of the straight round here. And that keeps him caught up to Sly Guy for another lap. So Chalkers with that 3-second penalty. He's under pressure now from Alibi as well. I can't believe I'm saying this. Who's he got racing for him this week? That's crazy. He must have someone racing for him. Dan Murphy's getting past Sully on the straight as well, down to turn 1. Dan Murphy up at a P8. Yeah, great move there from him. Relatively easy on the straight, but good points he's on for now. Siege and 11th on some points still. Gambler's say, oh, he's going super quick. Sam getting past Jake the Slayer. No, he's not. Jake's fighting that one. He's not letting him through. He picks and chooses. If Sam can get past Jake, there's a chase. The chase is on for P10, because it's all one train up to there, isn't it? So there's still points in this for Sam. There always is, no matter where you are. Kez can still get points even with this penalty he's got. Yeah, Jake the Slayer holding these two up. And Alibi's got a penalty. Oh no, Alibi. Oh, that's disappointing. It's all going so well for him. But if he can get points out of this race, if he can finish 10th, that'd be absolutely fantastic. He would not have thought he could get in the points in the Champions League. Can hardly get points in the Championship, which is the third tier at the moment on a Thursday. P6 last night in the Premier League reserve, and then if he can get points here tonight, that'd be brilliant. But out in front again, Links just... Oh, he's not got DRS this time, so in the he picked up a bit of time from the slipstream, but he didn't manage to get the DRS. So now I think Sly Guy will pull away a bit. There we go, it's over a second now. So I think this is the point in the race, 2/3 through, where we see Sly Guy start to pull away. V-Robbie's getting past Tommy for P6. He gets the move done, but V-Robbie has got... He served that penalty, so obviously can't be removed now. Sully's got another 3-second penalty. He's got 6 seconds of penalties. Sully, as has V-Robbie. Then the fight with German's AI. Yeah, as it stands, young Tommy's in a really good place, isn't he? Without any penalties. As it stands, Tommy's up to 4th. Down in 7th at the moment. That'd be great for him, considering he's nearly a lap down, wasn't he, early on? It just shows you should never retire in the pits. Not many people do retire in the pits, to be honest. Obviously, we have the minus points rule, but that is why you should never give up. There's always something in it. Another 400 bits from Shadders. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. He's enjoying this. Come on, Links, do it for the McLaren. Yeah, he has just fallen off a little bit. He's not fallen off too much, though, is he? Oh, mind you, I say that. He's done that another 2 attempts. Has Nunda lost it? He has. He's lost it on the old spinny Rooney curb out of turn 7. First one we've seen there today, at least. Can Link still get a bit of a toe? I don't think he can from the car in front. Emo is trying for Cryptic. Yeah, he's on about Emerson. Yeah, he might be. You never know. He's not shown up for a Saturday lately, and Sully's lost it. Sully's in the gravel. He's done a McKenty, isn't he? He's not quite hit the wall, though. He's got to cool those tyres down. I don't think he's got any damage. No, I don't think he has, which is good for him. This is... Oh, and he's completely gone off the track, isn't he, Sully? So I don't... Oh, is it a wheel disconnection or something there for Sully? I'm not sure. But he's in the pits anyway. And Chalkers, where's Chalkers gone? Chalkers has lost it on the hard tyres out of turn 2. So those hard tyres have really not been the best decision for Chalkers because he's struggled for time and now he's struggled for grip as well. So Black Box now, yeah, the top 3 are the exact same. Alibi is up into 4th. Crazy. Black top 3. It's looked like that for a while, isn't it? And Siege and Menace Max are fighting for P10. Menace Max on those medium tyres. Getting ahead of Siege there. Yeah, the hard tyres have not been a great choice for the ones that have put them on. Death Dragon's up into 9th, isn't he, after that? Instant for Sully, whatever that was. He's put the softs on now to the end. He'll be going for the fastest lap. Death Dragon really causing a bit of a trainer, isn't he? Letting everyone in front pull away. This is great for Murphy and Tommy, and no penalties. So Chalker's still on some decent points. Yeah, the top 3. And Lynx, to be honest, he's not pulled away at all, is he? And look, further back, Siege now getting passed by Sean. Siege really struggling on the hard tyres. And Death Dragon's getting passed by Max. And Max can pull away and try and get some more points as well. Cryptics now must be driving. Yeah, we'll have to ask him at the end of the race. And Death Dragon, look, he's gone to... Oh, Sean's gone for the move there. That's a great move there from Sean. Death Dragon went a bit wide. But, oh, and Death Dragon's in the pits. I don't know if he's got damage. He must have damage. And that's why he was going slowly. And V-Robbie's getting past Alibi for P4. Now, V-Robbie, if he can pull away from Alibi here, he can possibly get that P4. I know he's got 6 seconds. But if Alibi holds Tommy up and V-Robbie does his absolute max pace, which we know is brilliant. He's got great pace, V-Robbie. He can pull away. He could be able to do something here, even if he can hold on for a P5. But yeah, you wouldn't expect Alibi to be... I mean, Alibi's letting Tommy through. What's he doing? Don't let people through. And he's got 5 seconds clear behind him. Maybe he knows, obviously, Tommy's not got the penalty, so he's wanted to focusing on that P6, I think. He might... Yeah, Dan Murphy might catch up, but focusing on points. They're definitely looking good for a P8 at the bare minimum for Alibi. And out in front, the Lynx is the slowest of the top 3 at the moment, isn't he? Until the McLaren drivers, disappointments. Yeah, he's 2 seconds off Sly Guy now. 8 laps left. So at this rate, Sly Guy will pull out that 3 seconds. Black Box is 3 seconds behind as well. So yeah, Lynx got to be careful he doesn't get any penalties himself fighting, or he could lose that spot to Black Box. But it's absolutely no surprise that the top 3 drivers that are running away at this race at the moment: Sly Guy, Lynx and Black Box. And yeah, running away with a title. Lynx and Black Box are. Obviously Sly Guy's missed a few races, but he'll be looking to get ahead of Soft, won't he? We'll have a quick look in the standings. Last time I looked down at my phone, I missed a spin, so I've got to be careful. Keza on Sam Swift. He thinks about it and then he thinks against it. I think again, being a reserve, sensibly backing out of that. And yeah, Lynx is losing more time, isn't he? Unfortunately, still Sly Guy could get another penalty. We don't know. I wish there was a little. Wish you could. I know you can pause it in the race director. I know if I do that, I'll miss something. But I wish it'd show you how many warnings they've got as well on the side of the screen. Sam Swift, a little bit of a lock up there from him, a little bit wide there from Keza. Could have got another warning for that. Yeah, Sean's managed to pull away a bit from Siege, and he's Siege on these hard tyres. Yeah, and Jake the Stay's getting a 3-second penalty further back. I don't think it was the best decision putting the hard. Look at the ones that did put the hards on. Chalkers has had a spin. Siege has lost a couple of places. There was someone else put hards on as well. I can't remember who. Well, maybe I'm imagining it. Alibi's actually pulling away from Dan Murphy. I don't know where he's got this pace from. I know, yeah, we'll see someone else racing for him. It's got to be in it. But he's been fantastic. Been absolutely fantastic. It was quicker than me. He was pulling away from me on Thursday before I crashed anyway. And yeah, young Tommy getting past Alibi low. It's not helped V-Robbie. Young Tommy's looking good for a P4 at the moment, isn't he? And since it's been dry, we've not had too much going on really, have we? Which, in a way, is a bit of a relief. A lot of races this season. Last week it really picked up. We've had lots of DNFs this season, haven't we? Sam's getting past Siege. And I've got to say, Oh, fair play to Sam. We've got yellow flag. Who's that for? It's for Alfa Romeo. I think it's Sully's had another bit of a moment, hasn't he? Yeah, he's further back now. Sully, unfortunately, looks like no points for him. Sam has gained about 6 places, hasn't he, over the last, well, since the safety car restart when he was put down to 17 after that double stack from his teammate. But he's still looking good for some points here. If he gets past Sean, I'm sure his mate Max would let him through to let him have that P9 as well. And then, yeah, so could still be some decent points on here for Sam. I will eventually get to the standings. Sly Guy sets the fastest lap of the race, and yeah, that marks the 3-second advantage. Now he's pulled clear. Black Box 2 seconds behind Lynx. At this rate, Black Box could catch Lynx in the last couple of laps, and Kezza's getting past Siege. Where's that? Down the braking zone into turn 9. It is, yeah. Good move there from Kezza. Siege struggling on the hard tyres, but he's got to hang on in there, isn't he? And try and get some points at the end of the race. Yeah, V-Robbie 13.5 seconds now off that top 3 battle. The top 3 today have just been clearly, and oh, we get the sun's out. Wow. Yeah, Thursday was lovely, wasn't it? It was full sun the whole way. Finally got myself onto the standings then. And Sean's getting passed by Sam. You can see that in front. So Sam is up to P10. He's going to charge up to Max now. Yeah, good battles going on here. Death Dragon's got another penalty down 16th. Unfortunately, doesn't look like he'll be getting any points tonight. It's all between the top 15. And Talker Lennon is going to go around the outside. Jake the Slayer, is he? And he's going for it. Is Jake the Slayer going to concede? I don't think he has. No. Oh, he hasn't. He hasn't conceded. Nuna's going to go down the inside. No, he's not. He backs out of it. No, I don't blame him. These two were Ferrari teammates 2 seasons ago in our second tier, weren't they? Nuna using his deployment there. He's got to save that for the DRS zone. Further in front, I don't know if Lynx has made a little mistake, but it's 1.4 seconds now between Lynx and Black Box. And look at that lovely blue sky. Yeah, 1.4 seconds. Black Box wants to charge up and take that to P2 from Lynx, doesn't he? They need to be careful. They both know that in the long run, it's about securing that podium, isn't it? Just getting them both on the podium. So yes, Sly Guy with this win will go up to 80 points. He will overtake Sloth if he gets this win. He needs to win to do so, though, and make it a top 3. Yeah, Black Box will be on 138, Lynx will be on 120. So it's really looking like it's between that top 2, which Sly Guy gets a consecutive few weeks of racing together, and he can definitely challenge towards the top. And Chalkers gets past Dan Murphy with P7. How many penalties? 3 for Chalkers, 3 seconds of penalties. So yeah, he's managed to get some composure now on those hard tyres. Jake the Slayer's getting past Siege. He's still struggling on the hards. They've got to be careful, they don't clip, and Jake's in the wall. And Siege has gone too, and they've had a coming together there. We've caught a crash on board. V-Robbie's got another 3-second penalty. Will we get a late safety car? This could really help Lynx if we do. Bernd, where are you? Are you coming? Oh, I shouldn't say that, really. No, he's not. It's still just a yellow flag. And the safety car's not coming out, is it? It's not. And Lynx will be gutted. Lynx will be absolutely gutted that safety car's not coming out. Silly Sly Guy, however, will be thrilled. And yeah, it's a touch there from Siege, wasn't it? Sticking it up the inside that sent Jake in the wall. Siege then went into the wall as well. I don't know how Siege ended up in the wall with no front wing. I thought it was okay. It almost looked as if he just driven the wall, but yeah, unfortunately Siege, another racer who's not going to get points. Sully's in the pits again. He's still going. Siege obviously in pit and go for the fastest lap. But yeah, Lynx going to be under pressure from Black Box soon. We'll look at the fastest lap. Who's currently got the fastest lap then? It is Sly Guy, yeah. I wouldn't bother going for the fastest lap. That's going to take some beat. And yellow flag is for an Alpine. That must be Siege. Yeah, it's Siege again, isn't it? Yeah, just struggling with that no front wing at the moment. Yeah. And Nunda's crashed. So will we get a safety car now? He's crashed into the pit wall. Surely now we get a safety car. No, I think the sun's come out. Bernd Mylander's just got his deck chair out and sat down and reading a newspaper, isn't he? Yep, that's exactly what he's done. He's doing an Alonso, isn't he? Got out of the car and sat there and got his deck chair out. How there's not a safety car for that, I don't know. Car's crashed into the pit wall. And again, Lynx will be thinking, why on earth is there not? First 2 crashes, we get a safety car. Next 2 crashes, no, we won't have a safety car. That's all right. Strange how this works, but Black Box hunting down Lynx. It looks like Sly Guy's got this win in the bag unless he makes a mistake or gets another penalty. Black Box will be looking to get past Lynx for that P2, won't he? Plotter saying, what the fuck is Byrne doing? I really don't know. Jake the Slayer saying, was loving this race until the last safety car restart. Fun battles. Yeah, there's an incident between Jake and Steve. Best camera shot we saw was on board. I don't think... Yeah, we'll have a look back at that later on to see what went on. It's the only thing I don't like about Twitch. I know Mushroom's not a big fan of it, but you can't view back on the stream, whereas on YouTube you can scroll back to have a look at what's already happened, which I normally do. Byrne is away to the Camp Nou, saying, Dylan, yeah, I don't know why you want to see Barcelona the way they're playing at the moment, though. We've got to keep our eyes on this battle, though, towards the front between Black Box and Lynx all the time. Black Box is gaining. By luck in races. Dismal saying, Nunda, yeah, he's not had a great run as he's towards relegation zone as well. He needs to start to get some points soon, doesn't he? Yellow flag again. This time it's for an Alpine. It's Siege again on the soft tyres, facing the wrong way. He's just waiting for the cars to come to get it turned the right way. He'll get disqualified in a minute if he's not careful. He's got to get it turned quickly. Sully's got a 3-second penalty. We don't need to be watching that, to be honest, with Siege facing the wrong way. He can get it back going now, though. Black Box gaining on Lynx. Gaining. Not using his DRS, so he knows this isn't the right opportunity. 3 laps left as Sly Guy crossed the line. This is the battle, isn't it? Further down, we've got Keza chasing Sam. Sam's not really been able to catch up to Max. I don't know if Max will let him through on the line to give his mate some points. Or a extra point. But, yeah, Sly Guy's got enough, isn't he? This is the battle. This is the battle now. McLaren, who leads as constructors as well in this league. Obviously only Lynx scoring points in today by looks of it, because German has not been in this race at all, has he? Let's have a look at V-Robbie then. We said if he gets past Tommy he can pull away, and Chalkers is out. Chalkers has lost it now. I think it's too late for a safety car now, but Chalkers lost it coming out turn 2, same place Jake crashed. It's too late for a safety car now. And yeah, so Chalkers, who was on for some points as well, has put Keza up into the points. He's trying to get past Sam though, isn't he, for even more points. He's got the penalty anyway. So towards the end, they're starting to struggle a bit on that. And yeah, Siege and Chalkers are 2 on the hard tyres. It's not gone well for them, let's just say that. I think the hard tyres was a bad mistake, and I think they've got to look at it now and realise the same. Sam's really under pressure from Keza, isn't he? Keza in P10. He's going to look to try and get the move done in the DRS zone here. And he's got a good slipstream as well. He's got a good run on him. We've got to go on board quickly though with Lynx and Black Box, because look, it's about to change hands. No, it's not. DJ Death Dragon, I think Aston Martin, getting a lap there, actually got in the way a little bit, or put them off. Obviously Ghostin is on. Keza didn't get past Sam anyway. We had to quickly flick on board with that. 2 laps left. Sam's got a 3-second penalty of his own now, so he's now fighting with Keza for that position. Looks like Max has got that 8th. How many penalties Alibi got? Alibi's only got 3, so he'll keep that P6 it stands. And V-Robbie with his 9 seconds of penalties now for V-Robbie, but he should still keep P5, which is good for V-Robbie then. It'd be great to see him get some decent points from the board, which he's struggled to do so far this season. Keza does get past Sam Swift for P9 down to turn 1. He gets the position done. We've got to keep watching Black Box though. And I think he might have to do it on the straight. If he doesn't get it done on the straight now, he's going to struggle to get a place to do it done at all. I like this though, look. Oh, I stopped it now, but when I went on board with the lapped cars, it said what lap they were on towards the top. I don't know if you saw it early on the stream, about a lap or so ago, but now it stopped it. Just about to give the game some praise, and it stopped it. And I think Black Box, he might have ruined his chance here, because he took a bit of that yellow sausage curb. He's now 6 tenths behind. This is doable. Lynx will be using all his ERS, so he knows that he's going to be under pressure here. This is doable though. Can he do it down to turn 1? Lynx is going to have to pull out, I think, and he does. Black Box going to go around the outside of turn 1 to try and get past Lynx. I think Lynx is around the outside. Black Box back on the curb, and he gets the move done, or does he? No, he doesn't. He's still around the outside. We're on board with Lynx now. Yellow flag further back. I think someone else lost it, and Black Box has got the move done. Lynx is going to try and fight it back on the inside. They touch, and Lynx spins. Lynx sent it on the inside. He's still got this third. He's got to calm it down now. He's lost that place to Black Box. Opportunist move for him, sending it down the inside, I think, but he's still got this P3 easy to the end. He just needs to cool those tyres down and get to the finish line and take P3. Black Box got the move done. I think, yeah, Lynx just sent it down the inside. We'll speak to them both after the race. I'm sure they'll both be on the podium. Got Black Box up into P2. We'll see what they have to say after the race. But this man here, Silly Sly Guy, has dominated this race start to finish. He got a 3-second penalty. He's had a couple of safety cars. He's lucky Byrne Mylander decided to stick his deck chair and his feet up towards the end of the race. Otherwise, he could have had some more work to do towards the end. But Silly Sly Guy has dominated this race start to finish. He's about to cross the line, and Silly Sly Guy wins the Spanish Grand Prix in absolutely fantastic fashion as well. Gets it done easily in the end. Black Box does take second. Death Dragon got the fastest lap as well, just in front. I think he got slipstream from his teammate. Lynx, unfortunately, just lost that P2 on the final lap, didn't he? I'm sure he won't be too happy about that, but at the same time, I don't think it was Black Box's fault. V-Robbie is going to lose that P4 to Young Tommy. Young Tommy, what a fantastic race. Nearly lapped at one stage. V-Robbie's going to keep the P5 though for his best finish of the season, I think. Look at this. Alibi 6th in the Premier League yesterday, 6th in the Champions League tonight as well. Dan Murphy 7th, consistent as always. Menace Max always good when he's reserved as well. Into P8. Kez is going to take 9th for his debut in the Champions League. Sam does get a final point after that horrific double stack that really cost him. And there we go, Sean takes 11th. Oh, that was an eventful one, wasn't it? Dylan saying no. Yeah, I think that was about the Lynx incident. Who's going to give driver of the day to? We'll obviously do our own vote, but yeah, Max, fantastic. How, saying Tommy, how? Tommy up in the P4. We love you, Cryptic, we do. Saying Jeff the Slayer. And that was fantastic from Cryptic. Alibi in P6. Or PB Alibi, as I keep forgetting to call him. Absolutely brilliant. Cryptic for present. Got no bloody luck, saying Chalkers. Yeah, well, he got a bit of luck. He got his penalty removed last week, got up to P4, despite he obviously had a bit of a spin. Oh, it started raining again there in Spain. Thank God we didn't hang around for long. But yeah, Death Dragon the fastest lap as well. Point for Aston Martin. Obviously, if you're new to us and you don't know, we get fastest lap no matter where you are. Doesn't have to be the top 10 here. A very Brit-dominated top 10, that's for sure. But yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant race. And yeah, Lynx at the end of the day, I know he'll be annoyed losing out the last lap, but he has enough space to keep it composed for that P3. And from 6th on the grid as well. Still a solid finish there from Lynx. And yeah, a bit further down, have a look. Sean just missing out on the point, and then towards the back, that was it really. German weren't even in the race. Death Dragon gets the point fastest lap. Sully, not sure what went on with him. Just didn't seem to get it together. Siege really started to lose it. I think he lost it towards the end, didn't he? Chalkers then was classified but crashed out. Nunda crashed out. Jake the Stone involved in an incident with Siege coming out of turn 2, and then Sloth crashed early on. Epic the Animal did as well. I think it would have been a shame because we would have seen Epic the Animal fighting towards the top, but in the end, we've got so many quick drivers, but it just happens to be the same drivers on that podium, doesn't it? There's no shock there. There's people just as quick as them. There's not people just as consistent, and people that don't make the mistakes like they do every single race. Can't catch a break, and they're saying as well. I've had enough talking now, so I'm going to get the top 3 in and see what they can say about it as well. Sure, I have a lot to say about that race. I don't know what to say to Sly Guy, to be honest. How was every lap in the lead for you then? What am I going to say? Let's get them in. Get Cryptic in. You know what? I think we might get Cryptic in at the end of that, because, yeah, that was an incredible race for him, wasn't it? Oh. Yeah. And that top 3, they just pulled away, didn't they? They were the quickest drivers on the track. But Young Tommy, P4 in the Champions League. That was incredible. Yeah, if he can get a few races together in the Premier League, he's definitely in contention of being in this league next season. But yeah, fantastic racing. And Menace Max, I think he did 20th to 4th. Was it last week or the week before? And again, starting 20th on the grid, reserving up into P8 Menace Max. Absolutely incredible effort from him. Keza in 9th, obviously starting in 4th as well. The qualifying was really good for him. He didn't have the best of starts, did he, Keza? He's just left the session actually. But still, good points for him. And then Sam Smith taking that final point too. But yeah, I've been joined by the 3 drivers on the podium in the commentary box as well. We'll start with Sly Guy. Oh, what a fantastic race. I mean, the pace had it all. Look at the fastest lap he set. Obviously, it was beaten towards the end, but that on the mediums. And it looked like he'd be under a bit of pressure in qualifying. He came out at that time in Q3 and then dominated the race from start to finish. Well done, mate. How was that race for you?
Interesting. I don't have much to say.
I was going to say, I didn't know what to ask you, really. You dominated first lap to last. Not too much to say about.
Yeah. I think the whole race, I genuinely thought I got 2 warnings for 1 extension, so I wasn't stressed about the penalty. Turns out I didn't, so it's a good thing I kept a level head. So,
yeah, absolutely. I know the game. I don't know why the game does that, but it's one of the many things wrong with this, isn't it? But yeah, were you worried when you saw that people retired towards the end that the safety car was going to come out?
No, because I just kept the head down, kept pushing. So if
Yeah,
I lost out, I would have lost out. It's how it works sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah. Exactly as he said, what happens, happens. I mean, it's the best way to be. Try and keep your head going. But Yeah, well done, a Sly Guy, absolutely fantastic, dominating for the win, and goes up to third as well in the standings ahead of Sloth now after he crashed out. Go on, Ball, we'll go to Black Box next. Another race, another podium for you, mate. Well done.
Yeah, I'm back where I belong. Yeah, what is this? I can't remember how many podiums I've got now, but it's
Let me look.
It's a good habit I've got now, so it doesn't matter either way. But I just want to say, good racing with Lynx. Lynx was very unlucky at the end there. Although he did do something a little bit cheeky. I think he overtook me just before the line on the first safety car. But you know, I feel bad because he did get spun or whatever on the last lap. So obviously, if the stewards want to look into it, they'll look into it. But I don't think that was my fault. But yeah, extension in my championship lead, so it's all good.
Yeah, I've just checked 9 races so far this season and 6 podiums each for Lynx and Black Box. So fantastic. It's a consistency that makes them the top 2 in the standings. Well done the Black Box, and we'll go to Lynx as well. Again, after starting 6th, the qualifying weren't the best, but on the podium yet again, and pulling away again in 2nd in the stands as well. What did you make of that?
I mean, in qualifying, I'm just so bad at qualifying, so I knew I wasn't gonna be anywhere near pole. And then in the race, I just tried to be as fast as possible, just trying to overtake where you wouldn't normally overtake. And I judged the dry conditions so well. Like, I got it as soon as it came in, like when the DRS opened.
I saw that. That was brilliant. I've said that's cool of the season in terms of strategy. Literally a second you came in the pits, DRS enabled popped up.
Yeah, because I saw the rain, and I like in this game, like, it's weird. You can pit when it's raining and everything, so it's weird. But then I got into the lead, but then Sly Guy and Black Box are too fast. Like, I don't know how they're so fast in the final sector. And then the battle with Black Box, it was good, but then the final bit was just like me trying to see if I could just keep the fight going. But I just went up the inside, and there wasn't any room. But I tried. But it was a good fight, and I'll take P3. They were too fast.
Yeah, lovely. Well, like I say, at the end of the day, if there's other drivers quickly on a day, just try and get as many points as you can, and that is why I say you two, 6 podiums out of 9 races is an incredible stat. There's other drivers that have got the pace, but they're just not getting the consistency, and it's just keeping your head. That is why it is the same 3 people you're hearing most weeks on the podium. Anyway, thank you to them to join in for us, and thank you to everyone watching as well. More than 50 viewers at a lot of points as well during the race, so thank you all very much. Thank you for all the bits as well. Always much appreciated. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for League 1 and League 2, and then next week I believe we're in Britain next week. That'll be the halfway mark, race 10. So let me just check. I think it is Britain, and it is, yeah, Britain next week, so that should be an interesting one. Again, another track we see some fantastic racing, so we'll see how that one goes. See you tomorrow for League 1 League 2. Have a good night everyone, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.